I will look at Sony Vegas.
I will look at Hey!
Ho! Hey.
Keep rolling.
Yeah,
What? Keep rolling. Come on. Rolling.
What? Keep rolling.
Well, hey, this is a surprise popcast episode. You know how that happens, Jacob?
Like right now?
Yeah.
Like right now?
And it's my birthday today.
Ah, man, happy birthday. Happy birthday, mate.
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
We're deciding to do this because yesterday we started to go through the Parsecs. The Parsecs that lead to episode 7. The Star Wars.
Kessel Run in 12 parsecs.
Yep, the Kessel Run to
Kessel
episode
Run.
7.
We went on the Kessel Run.
Less
Different
than
kind of
12
Kessel
parsecs.
Run? That's right.
But parsecs are a measurement of distance. So I'm correct when I'm saying the parsecs to episode 7.
Nice.
And with that said, we decided to watch... Wait, no, first I have some news.
Yeah, let's go with news.
All right, so guess what? What is this new news today?
I don't know. Tell me. I think I know, but you can tell me anyway.
Okay, Spider-Man. Yeah, Marvel Universe. Who cares?
I was going to say the same thing. I don't really care, honestly. It was fun before making fun of it because it was impossible, but now that it's possible, it's kind of like...
It's like they ruined the joke for
whatever.
you.
Exactly, yeah. And it doesn't really matter. All it matters is the film going to be good? That's all I care about. Are the stories interesting? Are the characters good? That's all I care about. But if Spider-Man is in this new film, or is it films or film? What is he in?
Well, it's going to be films. Apparently, he's going to be in Civil Wars.
Avengers, or what is this?
No, just like a hint of him.
What, just a hint? So all this news for a hint of Spider-Man?
No, in the first one where he's going to appear, apparently, rumored to appear.
First one what? First
Civil Wars.
Civil Wars.
Captain America 3. That's next year.
So Captain America
I think.
3 will be Civil Wars.
Yeah.
And Spider-Man's going to be in there.
Just at the end, or
That's stupid. I don't want him at the end. He's supposed to be in the
and
whole
then
thing.
he's going to be in the next Avengers or
Okay,
whatever.
well, there you go.
Hopefully.
He's going to be, like, you mean there's going to be, what's his name? The new actor?
No.
Andrew Garfield?
No.
Why not?
Some new guy.
Keep him.
I know.
Why not?
These are the problems that we face.
Whatever.
People will think that we're not satisfied, but no, that's not
Nothing
true.
to do with that. We're just talking about the facts.
And the first thing I thought when I heard this news is, well, now we need Wolverine.
It's true. I don't know. For me, it's just news. It's just news.
That's right, exactly.
And this news happens all the time.
Yep.
And it's not going to make a difference.
And this happened, and there we go. It's not a shocking thing that happened. And
No,
it's
just
okay.
movie news.
And it's just a movie.
It's just a movie. Yeah, it's so true.
Just like what Mark Hamill said. He said, guys,
Tell
episode
me, I
7,
didn't know.
it's just a movie. Don't start hoping. This is what he said like 2 days ago, like in an interview or something. He was just like, I know the fans are excited, but there's so many more movies coming out today.
Excuse me.
This year.
Today. More movies today.
So many more movies coming out this year. So you don't have to worry. Just don't, it's just a movie.
Exactly.
And I agree with him wholeheartedly. It is just a movie. It's going to be fun when it comes out, but there's no need to be building up to it like what we're doing with our
Yeah. Oh, wow.
No, this is different.
Caught
It's
ourselves
different.
there.
It's different.
Okay, so that was our little movie news.
No. And then the new
there's
Jurassic Park 4 trailer came out.
Oh, okay. Let's be relevant.
Okay,
and
let's be speedy about this.
we got to be
saw
relevant,
People
right?
linked it
with
to
our
me,
news,
of course.
'cause
Right, yeah.
News is relevant, and if it's not news, then it's lame, apparently. No,
Yeah, apparently it's lame, but people linked the new trailer to me, and
JP4?
JP4, JP World, JW.
JW. That's right, it is JW.
The new movie, the new trailer showed a different aspect that I
It
was
showed a flavor that was not shown previously.
Yeah.
And that flavor is probably going to be, I'm guessing, along with you, is possibly a giant homage to Jurassic Park.
giant homage.
A giant. That sounds pretty bad. A giant homage to Jurassic Park 1.
Yes.
Possibly, by the trailer.
But no, that's not what I was thinking. I was thinking it was
thinking
going
that.
to be a goofy, cheesy, schlocky movie.
While being
But
a
in
homage.
big budget. Yeah, while being a homage.
Yeah.
It was like, what's happening? A big dinosaur came in. What do we do? Stop it with our raptor cops. And it all looks fake and it doesn't look real. Like,
But maybe
the
on
first Jurassic
purpose. That's
Park.
the whole
So
reason.
it's like what you come to expect with these big blockbuster movies without any sort of depth to them. But that's fine.
But maybe they're going to do it on purpose, though.
That's what I'm thinking. Maybe they're doing it on purpose to look fake and not real, to be sort of like a homage, but also to be the kind of popcorn movie.
Yeah.
Which is fine. And there's like So, in my opinion, right now, I'm excited to see it.
If it's going to be like that, it could be fun.
That's what I'm saying.
It'll be more fun. It'll be more fun than watching a movie that's trying to be serious and ends up doing the same thing.
Yeah, exactly. So right now, it looks like a cartoony Jurassic World movie, and I'm all for that. I'm all for seeing references and stuff like that, but it's not going to be like Far Cry from Michael Crichton's original novel.
Yeah, definitely.
This is like the popcorn, the saturated hard plastic. Yeah,
this is exactly the opposite.
Candy popcorn.
The opposite
Jurassic
of the novel.
Park, yeah. But it looks like it might be goofy fun, and I think they're doing it on purpose. Honestly,
hopefully.
And I think it'll be fun
because that way it'll be, the most interesting.
Yeah.
Of all the options.
Yeah.
Apart from obviously
making a legitimately cool
version, which would be obviously
or a new Jurassic Park movie that's
based on the book very strictly.
No, not a movie. That would be a TV show. That'd be better.
That's right, a TV
series. No, but like a movie. If you would do a Jurassic Park sequel movie, it would be realistic and Jurassic Park-y, real.
That was The Lost World, though.
Yeah, and we can do another one, but make it good. Better than Lost World.
That's true. Easy. Jurassic Park 3. It's already been
made. That would be great, wouldn't it? I mean, we could just take our story from Jurassic Park 4 and just make a cool Jurassic Park.
It might work.
Anyway, there you go. Those are the thoughts. I think that was all about the news.
That was the news. Wow, that was it?
Yeah, there's something about talk shows, but we're not going to get into that.
Different topic.
For
different times.
But why are we doing this surprise podcast on my birthday when I should be relaxing?
We are relaxing.
Well, speak for yourself, Jacob. Mr. Relaxation Man.
Relaxation
It's
station.
because we decided to... I was just talking about this just now.
At the beginning, where we were.
Yeah, we just took the first step into a larger world, which is going through the Parsecs and going through all the Star Wars movies. If you guys recall episode Who Knows, where I start talking about Star Wars episode 4,
episode
the
4.
original Star Wars, in minute detail, like going through the entire story.
Yep. Now, the idea behind this was you were watching it as if you had never seen Star Wars before in your life.
And
so that was the entire
worked.
idea.
And it was interesting to get feedback from that.
So we went ahead and did that for episode 1.
Mm-hmm. So we're crisscrossing throughout the entire year. Hopefully, we will definitely get through all the episodes, but hopefully we'll be able to stretch it out.
Yeah, I mean, I think if we time it, I think we definitely, especially when we're in the 3rd season, with our casual.
Yeah, with our casual.
So we'll probably be able to stretch it out.
And we'll be able to stretch it out all the way until October or November, where we watch Return of the Jedi and wait.
So by then we'll have to have watched
episode 3.
Episode 3. If we're crisscrossing,
Because I don't want to watch
6.
I don't want to watch 3 before.
Oh, wait a second. If we didn't plan it out properly, it shouldn't have been officially 6 because then it would have been 6. Then we go watch 7. The actual continuation.
I know.
Oh well.
No, but we're just gonna skip. We're gonna watch 2 and 3 together eventually.
Oh, you mean we're gonna switch it so it's not gonna be actual flip flops?
Exactly.
Okay, that's fine.
Because it's got to happen. I don't want to watch episode 3 before episode 7. We want to watch episode 6 before 7.
Exactly.
So now we sat down, watched Star Wars episode 1.
Just yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yes.
The good thing about this was that I obtained a beautiful, high quality Blu-ray version.
A very nice one.
Of episode 1. This is the unofficial, the uncut, the actual one you get on the disc.
Uncompressed.
Yeah, pretty much, more or less. I mean, if you didn't know any better, you would say it's uncompressed. With the naked eye, it looks extremely good because I got a really high quality version. But the point of this was just that
Tell us
we're able to see so much picture with it. And
I know, man.
We all know
amazing.
that the picture, the image of this movie, they took a lot of, DNR, which was bad.
No, they didn't.
Oh, they did.
They did?
We saw it. You couldn't see it?
No, I didn't know. I didn't
little
notice
bit
this
of
time.
glaze.
There's some movies that are really prominent.
For those
with
of the
DNR.
uninitiated, DNR is digital noise removal.
It's
in this
something
case,
they've
it's
been
not
doing
noise,
recently
but it's grain,
with
film
especially
grain.
Blu-ray releases
Yeah.
because they're so high definition. They've been artificially going in and kind of it's a digital way of masking grain, so everything looks smoother.
Yeah,
but obviously,
smudgy.
the caveat of all that is that people end up looking very waxy.
And the
details are gone.
Everything's
So
smooth.
if you're watching a film from farther away, it'll look relatively good.
Yeah.
But once you go closer, perfect example is go and Google Predator Blu-ray.
The
Supreme
Ultimate Hunter
example.
Edition. Sorry,
Go look it up. It's amazing.
I just got myself a grilled cheese
He
sandwich.
looks nice. It looks good.
My birthday grilled cheese sandwich.
Eat that birthday grilled cheese sandwich.
Very good.
Crispy and crunchy. And it's amazing because Arnold Schwarzenegger looks like he's sweating the whole time if you watch the movie like that. Anyway, HDR. No, what was that? DNR. Apparently they did some for episode 1. I didn't notice that.
Pretty bad.
Anyway, so apart from the Blu-ray being really good quality of episode 1 and us being able to spot a lot of different details we hadn't seen before, which we'll get to a little later.
I love the details.
Details are great.
This is the best thing
But it's
ever.
amazing because when you're watching the film again, it's a totally different experience because you're noticing things you never noticed before, you know? And it's consequently the movie ends up being something different than what you knew it to be.
Especially with the mentality that we had beforehand, like the...
What mentality?
The
mindset
we had beforehand. We said, let's try watching this movie as
Right,
if
yeah,
we
we
were
did this idea.
watching episode 1 in
As if-
1999,
yeah.
right when it comes out, with only knowing the original Star Wars films.
Yeah.
So we're thinking, oh, adventure, Luke Skywalker.
Which I have to say was a little harder than I thought to do.
Well, I'll tell you why it was harder, and it wasn't our fault.
Okay, we'll get to that even later. We have to build this up a little bit. But yeah, it was definitely harder to try to do that. As opposed when you did it for episode 4 by yourself, all by your lonesome self.
That was
watching
fun.
episode 4.
I liked it.
It sounds fun. So anyway, yeah, quality's great. I saw a lot of things we haven't seen before.
The quality is great for the transfer, like the bit rate and the picture.
Yeah.
But the picture itself is patchy.
Well, yeah, but I'm talking about the quality. Yeah, the quality of the transfer. Sorry, I should have specified the quality of the
And they need to go and
master.
because I don't want to see this DNR.
But the funny thing is that probably most movies that we're used to, I'm sure most movies are patchy like this.
Yes.
There's no perfect film. So anyway, let us go into the story of Star Wars Episode 1.
I love how
Back
you
to
sound
19
today. You sound so great. You're like, let's go. So this is perfect.
Thanks. I'm trying. To 1999 and to watch Star Wars. After a 20-year gap. Is it 20
Well,
years?
16.
16-year gap since The Return of the Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
So, where do we begin? Lucasfilm shows up.
Yeah, that was 20th Century Fox.
20th Century Fox. We get the nice the snare drum.
And I'm thinking to myself, oh man, I can't believe seeing this again. It's like,
I was thinking the same thing. Like we're going back after all this time. I was trying to think to myself.
yeah.
Ewok songs. You know, Luke
I bought-
looking at his father.
I bought these tickets. They
Sitting in the
only
theater
had a
here.
12-day pre-order rule because otherwise everybody would snatch them.
You
and
have
then
to call up the theater
yeah,
and
with
be
your
like,
phone.
with your phone and say, "Hey, I'd like to order some seats." Sorry, Star Wars Episode 1. Oh, we're all booked for the next 2 weeks. No, I need them.
which was the case and then Lucasfilm, they wanted to release the movie on May 20th or 25th,
That's what it was.
but then they released it a week earlier to
It was what?
strategize
May 5th,
19th.
6th, 19th.
to strategize the fact that they're trying to get the fans to watch it first because they're crazy, so the families will be able to watch it later because families aren't able to sit in
With the crazy guy going,
intense. Yep. Which everybody was back in 1999.
That's true, man. You can watch some videos.
And it was nostalgic, and it's so great because we actually experienced this stuff.
I know,
well,
yeah.
we did experience it, but we
we
weren't,
did.
We weren't part of the crowd that was
No.
camping out in
We
the
were kids going to our local theater to watch it. Now we're at the opening crawl, the famous opening crawl, Star Wars. Bam!
I can only imagine how people felt.
Dude,
Whoa!
you know how amazing that is? Because you hadn't seen footage yet, apart from trailers.
Which everybody thought was amazing.
And so now you're seeing this opening crawl and you see the title, The Phantom-Menace. What could this be? Who knows?
And you're thinking, this sounds like it's new, and it's like intense. Well, I don't know. In my opinion, I was pretending to
Sure, I don't know. I wasn't thinking that, but it sounds
because it
like
sounds
could be
modern. It sounds more modern than like Return of the Jedi or
New Hope.
yeah,
More
or like
conservative,
those
traditional,
Yeah, but this one's like Phantom Menace, you know,
edgy, or whatever.
Perfect for the
Anyway.
90s or the end of the
Opening crawl comes in. We're immediately, met with great text like Trade Federation
turmoil
taxation.
has engulfed the Republic.
We're met with a lot of taxation, a lot of problems in the Republic.
Yeah, and it was like
Well, let's remember the setup. So the setup is, in the opening crawl at least, that the Republic is having problems with the
taxation.
routes.
It's already like
It's already pretty dry. I mean, in terms of the the plot,
I understand what the intention was. It was supposed to be like the Republic is having a minor problem.
which is this trade.
Taxation. And so these...
And all I got from the opening crawl is that, pretty much.
The Trade Federation comes in and encroaches NaBOO, the peaceful planet of NaBOO.
That's right.
NaBOO. And they perform like a blockade. So no one can get in or out, I assume.
I think that's
and
about right.
they're holding the whole planet for ransom because the taxation is too little or too much or something like that.
The representation of
This is
taxation.
unbelievable.
This is politics. But anyway.
I'm like innocently saying this. I'm not trying to put any baggage of other people's opinions.
We're not. We're talking about as if we've never seen the film,
Yes,
remember?
because
So we open with the crawl. Because it was a little bit difficult
because
to
I'm
wrap
trying
your
to
head around
remember.
the
I'm trying
opening
to
crawl.
remember the movies I've seen in 1983 and 1980
Yeah,
and
I mean, the
1977. I'm trying to remember Luke Skywalker. He's going on an adventure with knights.
Arguably, though, the opening crawls were never really that interesting because it's, let's face it, it's text.
Yeah,
right?
I know.
Three
But
paragraphs.
the first Star Wars episode, the first episode, Star Wars, 77.
Yeah, I mean, it's relatively simple.
It's like, it's a galactic civil war is going on. The Death Star is being built. The rebellion is hiding plans. Princess Leia is on a route to her home planet of Alderaan.
Yeah. Okay, so that's true.
Darth Vader's here. He killed a bunch of Jedi. I think he did. I don't remember.
And so
here,
now
and here
we taxation,
Yeah.
yada yada yada.
All right,
the whole
enough.
point is that the introduction to this film, to the plot, is that
So they sent the Jedi Knights.
They sent the Jedi Knights to do some negotiating with these. Let's remember who these guys are called.
The Neimoidians.
Neimoidians, right?
Yeah, those are
they're
the-
part of.
The aliens.
They're part of what?
The
They're
Trade
part of the
Federation.
Trade Federation. That's what it was. And so the Jedi have to go, and they're sent to discuss the trade taxation,
Yes.
trade dispute.
Right.
So regardless of what it is, who knows? We
Yeah.
just know they have to settle a problem.
Yes.
Between the Republic and the Trade
Yeah,
Federation.
so the thing crawls down.
Yeah. We got the ship coming in.
And it was beautiful. Beautiful miniature photography that's composited digitally, by the way.
I'm going to agree with you. The
There's
miniatures.
a reason why these miniatures look real is because there's a differentiation with CG and miniature photography where with miniature photography, all you have to worry about is how the lighting is placed and how the ship looks in real life.
Yeah, and
because
then the
everything
rest
else
is-
will come in for free and it'll be 100% perfect. When you're working on models on the computer, you have to consciously put in artificial imperfections.
You have to
make it
simulate,
feel like it's
simulate
real life.
the environment.
So there's differences, but you have a lot more freedom, a lot more detail to work with on the CG side because you can infinitely detail ships and stuff. It'll take longer to render, but it's possible.
But it's there at
Miniatures,
least,
not
yeah.
possible.
I know, but again, I think we talked about this earlier. But you commit to the idea when you
Yes.
record miniatures. You go, this is it. This is the shot. We have to make this as good as we can get.
And it looks great in episode 1.
Yeah, and in the end, the whole point is it has to look believable. That's it. So if the details maybe aren't there, as long as it looks believable, that's it. You succeeded.
Yeah.
So anyway, the ship comes in.
Yeah, it's mysterious.
Mysterious.
And and then the captain's there.
Yeah.
Female
So we don't know
captain.
who this is. This could be a main character. Who knows?
Mhm.
Right?
Captain,
What's
they
the
wish
music?
to board our
Play
ship.
Sing some music. What music goes in the beginning? So we see this massive ship, this massive Trade Federation ship, which is
It's
like
cool.
a base,
I like it.
which looks very real. And they go inside it.
Well, I wanted to say, Captain, we wish to, a transmission from the Federation starship. Remember?
Yeah,
With
yeah.
all due respect, the Jedi ambassadors are here to discuss the blockade.
It's an Axis.
Permission to land. Yes, of course. As you know, our blockade is perfectly legal. That was cheesy. That was so cheesy. But you have to. It's so funny though.
I know. We'll get
first
we'll get
time
the
you see
cheesy
him.
lines.
First time you see Newt
His first
Gunray.
line.
As you know, our blockade is perfectly legal.
So as the audience member, you're going, legal. Okay.
Yeah, because we know it's not because the text told us.
Okay. So can I go
Floating into
on? Or
space.
do we
Yeah,
go on?
yeah.
Okay.
And they land.
They land in.
when we see these droids.
Yeah.
These
Wait.
battle droids.
Oh yeah. You're talking about the
skirming around.
Well, let's find a name for these droids. Which ones are the skinny droids?
The battle droids.
Battle droids,
Classic
okay.
battle droids.
Yeah, so we see a lot of droids. We see a lot of ships.
Yeah.
They're all from the Trade
Just-
Federation. They're all in
It's
there.
entering the mood. So far, so all right.
I mean, now we were setting up the
Yeah.
beginning, right? So we come in and we finally.
No, and then an R2, not R2, a C3PO, not a C3PO unit, but a protocol droid comes in and it's like, I'm TC-14 at your service. This, this way,
Yeah.
please. Brings these mysterious hooded
Cloaked
monk people,
guys.
yeah, into this
room.
this
Meeting
meeting room. And, then,
And so this is the introduction of our Jedi heroes.
yeah.
And
And then he goes, whoosh, they flip their hoods off.
let's see if we can go. You Obi-Wan, I'll try to be Qui-Gon.
I have a bad feeling about this.
I don't sense anything.
It's not about the mission, Master. It's something elsewhere. Elusive.
Forgot last night. Be mindful of the Force.
Yes, something or whatever.
And then he says, but I need something. Something goes, be mindful of the future, but don't
But Master
lose
Yoda
focus
said
on
I
the
should.
moment.
So anyway, the
lose
the
focus on the
first
moment.
line he ever does. What do you think? Was that cheesy to you or not?
You mean that I sense it?
Yeah,
it's okay.
I have a bad
mean,
feeling about this.
It's okay, I think, for the first film. It's a kind
because
of a homage
I
to
imagine
the classic
everybody,
line.
all the fans started laughing.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. But I think that was the aim of that line.
I know, but it's just kind of weird because it takes away from the mood.
Yeah, I mean,
That-
you could argue that.
The movie was trying to. Anyway, let's speed this up. Okay, so they stand there looking at the window and they're like, "Well, now we have to wait for the Trade Federation guys to come in, right?"
Yeah.
That's what happens.
But no,
And-
we have to focus first that they're very kind of stoic, very be mindful of the Force.
Yeah.
It's kind of like almost like an everyday deal. They're just like, okay.
That's what it feels
Right.
like.
Cut back. We're now
The Neimoidians.
the Neimoidians are discussing what they're supposed to do to Jedi.
Jedi. And they all have these allegedly Asian accents.
See, I never caught on to that. Honestly.
I didn't
I thought it was
either.
just the Neimoidian accent.
Yeah.
I don't
Oh,
know.
well.
Is that some racist thing or something?
Yeah.
It's weird. Anyway, they're talking to this cloaked guy on the
Well,
intercom.
no. Well, TC-14 comes and says, "The ambassadors are Jedi Knights, I believe."
Oh, right.
I'm not going in with these Jedi.
Get them out of here.
Yeah, right. And then they're like, "We must contact Lord Sidious."
Yes, they're Sidious. That's what it was.
Who is this Lord Sidious?
Call him up, right?
Yeah.
They come up.
Call him up.
They call him up, and they're like, "Hey, Lord Sidious."
And then he's like, "What is it?"
The gist of it is we've popped up as Jedi Knight, and like, oh, I didn't expect Jedi Knight. This is unfortunate
yeah.
for our plan.
The
so,
Chancellor should
so
have
see,
brought them
we
into
have
this.
something going on here. There's something behind the scenes.
Yeah, kill
right?
them. But now I'm already starting to feel like the whole feeling of this opening, totally not Star Wars. Like
Classic
the one
Star
that I
Wars,
know.
no.
I couldn't think of it. Like even at the end of the film, after watching it, I didn't feel like it was meshing with the old Star Wars films.
Yeah, which isn't necessarily a bad thing.
No.
But we'll get to a bit later.
But the problem is that another pillar was knocked off of the experience of the legitimacy of the film. I don't know if I should keep mentioning this early or
that's okay. I think
not.
it's fine. We can't avoid it. That's
Alright.
the thing. We have to talk about what
Yeah.
we felt when we were watching it.
Well, I can certainly
And,
tell you that the setup here was I just felt like talk,
Lot of
talk.
and really, the
And
the
who
main
is this
problem with-
Sidious? Why is he just, what is it?
It's almost like the movie was expecting you to have kind of
Yes.
knowledge beforehand about the series. Which
Yeah.
we did. Let's say 4, 5, and 6, but pertaining to these new characters, we don't
Yeah.
know anything.
So who's this
for
Lord
us,
Sidious?
it's like
He
Lord
comes
Sidious-
in, and then
supposed to be
everybody,
serious?
because
I don't know.
everybody who watched Return of the Jedi, oh, it's Palpatine.
Yeah, that's immediately.
Where's the
everyone knew.
mystery here?
No, but the point is that at these opening sequences is that there is a problem, but we don't care so much about what the problem is
No.
because they haven't set up
Who the characters are.
who the characters are, or why we should really care so much
Yeah.
about the Trade Federation,
Yeah.
and taxation and stuff.
Yeah.
It's just like there's a problem. Okay, let's get it.
Let's
over
just
with,
let's see how this operation is being
Yeah,
done.
because
pretty
I'm always
much.
having the feeling when I was watching this interesting. I'm always having the feeling like something is going to happen after this is more important. This
yeah,
is just
yeah,
something
yeah.
that
Yeah, that's what it
this is a
feels like. Yeah,
prelude,
yeah.
whatever, right?
Mhm.
Which it is supposed to be, but
That's what it feels
we'll
like.
find out what happens.
So
later.
he's like, kill them immediately.
Yeah, and the Jedi are like, oh no, it's trouble.
Yeah.
Gas.
No, and remember they were talking about how the negotiation should be short.
Yeah, there shouldn't be a problem with these
Yeah.
Neimoidians.
The trade viceroys are cowards.
Yeah. Like these deals, negotiations should be done rather quickly.
Yeah.
Blah, blah. So they get gassed. And they pull out their laser swords.
Yeah, the first time we see those.
The first time we
right?
see this is a big moment for Star Wars, lightsabers, right?
Yeah.
You're like, whoa, green and blue, Jedi.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
sure,
yeah.
like, if they were watching it back in 99.
I'm sure that everybody was.
I was thinking, whoa, we
clapping.
get to see, like,
I
Jedi
know
back in their prime
everybody
time.
else who's experienced this will tell me I wasn't clapping. I was already puking in my seat.
I left the theater immediately, which is not true. You watched it. You
yes,
watched
exactly.
It. You watched
And
it.
you were in denial. Even you
Yep.
were in the moment. This is
You
the
left-
zombification that we talk
This
about.
is you left the theater after the film. You're going.
That was
I'm going
awesome.
to think about it one more day.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
It was good. It was good.
It was good. And then
So
the next
stop
day,
lying.
Yeah.
So there we go. Anyway.
Let's go. Keep going. Then we get to see some action. Right, we get some action.
But I
already
wasn't.
instantly.
I just wanted to say I wasn't going to. I didn't. I don't mean that you're in denial that the movie is good. I'm just saying you were in denial the first day.
the first
and a
days,
half.
of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we're saying.
And then when you got to your senses and back to normality,
then
like,
you value the film.
Yeah, this is what I watch. Okay, anyway.
Exactly, with most movies. Anyway.
Dioxygen.
Yeah, and then the door opens.
And then Viceroy tells the droids. This is the first time he saw the battle droids coming in. Yeah. No, the droidicas aren't here yet.
They will be,
just the battle droids. And he's like, they should be dead by now. Destroy what's left of him.
Yeah.
Check it out, Corvo.
Overconfident.
We'll cover you. Roger. Mm-hmm. I thought the droids looked great.
No, really. I mean, honestly, if you compare it to a lot of movies even today, I think the lighting made it look very realistic.
Yes, the realistic lighting and compositing.
I didn't have a problem. I didn't have a problem with believing they were there.
And the way they rendered
droids.
the surface of the.
Yeah. There were some funny. Remember, we saw some glitches.
We saw some glitches. I love this. This is what I love about when you rewatch a movie.
It's great. I mean,
in such high resolution.
But this stuff would never detract from actually watching the film.
No.
But if you're looking for this stuff, you can find these things.
Like
what do we notice? His
the
arm.
Animation glitch where the droid was holding his gun on the left side of the screen, and he was listening to the Neimoidian Viceroy Newt Gunray saying, "Destroy what's left of him," right? And he's holding his gun.
His
and you can
left
see
arm
the
is
keyframe animation.
The rifle is resting on his left arm.
Yeah. And his left arm is holding it with this, classic keyframe animation wobble.
Yep.
Like idle animation, and then it just buzzes out a little bit.
The last couple seconds, it goes through the gun, and he kind of like grips it too hard, and suddenly, it cuts.
All right. So, what do you think of the droids, though?
Okay, I would love to talk about the droids because this is something I was thinking about throughout the whole film.
All right, go for it.
So the droids are, I think, a key element which really detract from creating any kind of tension for our main characters.
But the whole point was George. Remember, he was telling Spielberg.
Remind me, I don't remember.
The droids cut them down like the Jedi
butter,
cut them down like they were butter.
Okay, I mean that's true, but that's a problem I think in general in the film because what happens is that the droids are never a threat. Like we established at the beginning of the film, the droids are not a threat at all. Like they can be cut through butter. Basically, anyone can kill them if they have a blaster. They're as good as dead. They're basically just a bunch of they're like the army. That if you have more of them, the better it'll be for you. But you have to have 10,000.
Right. Okay.
You know what I mean?
So
you're
saying that they
but they're terrible individual warriors.
Blast.
So what happens is that at the beginning, we find out that they're easy to kill, right?
Yeah.
And so throughout the film, what
they're
problem
like the
is supposed is that
no, because the stormtroopers had a great build up to them. They had great foreboding.
Oh yeah, that's right. These are stormtrooper blasters.
Yeah, they're so precise. They killed Luke's parents.
Right, but see, we were creating a tension like, what could this be? And okay, arguably the stormtroopers aren't very threatening, right? Yeah. But it's okay because we're concentrating on the characters later in Star Wars.
But before this,
but in Episode 1, let me just finish my droid thing.
Go for it.
The problem is that throughout the film, these droids keep coming back, and the main characters have to face these droids, right? But for us, as the viewers, we're watching it and we're going, let's just get it over with. Just get past the droids. This is not a problem. You know what I mean? So what happens is that they're set up as if they're a problem.
Yeah. I get it.
That's the problem with the droid. What are they called again? Droid?
The battle droids.
The battle droids. That's the problem. Because I was imagining, what if, even if we had those... those big droids, those blue ones in Episode 2?
The super battle droids.
The super battle droids? Even if those were in the place of those, I think we would have a problem.
Oh, yeah.
It
would feel like more of a...
Can we get past these? These guys are seriously going to kill our main characters.
And you could still cut them down like they were butter. Because you would show the Jedi being really good at their lightsaber skills.
But the Jedi would need a little bit of a battle with them.
Yes. It would still be cut them down like they were butter.
Yeah, but eventually. But there'd still be a conflict. And maybe, one of our guys got shot. Crap, this is terrible.
There we go.
And it's and plus they would be more ruthless. you're coming from them, they were walking towards them.
Yeah, they start aiming already because they already know.
It's these are robots that will not let you.
Yeah.
And again, that was also part of the comedic thing with the droids.
Yeah.
They wanted to make them, comedic relief, where they're saying things cover them, whatever. That doesn't kind of.
But I like that they communicate with each other.
Yeah, I mean that's cool, but I feel like it's the miscalculation because it's comedic, but they're also supposed to be threats. Anyway, let's keep going.
All right, so before this attack with the Jedi start crunching down on the droids. There was a message from the planet.
Yes.
Vroom, 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 with the Flash Gordon effect that no one will notice because no one cares about episode 1.
It's true. It's just kind
of true. But once a movie fails, no one talks about the little tidbits that we found.
But actual people put in because they're fans of other stuff, which is important to know.
We'll talk about that later. So, Queen Amidala. It's Queen Amidala herself.
Yep, first time we see her.
And there she is. Whoa, 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 whoa. And I forget what she was talking about.
She was talking about some trade routes.
There we go again. She's like, they
were dealing with the whole blockade issue, and she was saying how we can't, we were not going to back down. It's like, you better follow through with your legality. And the
Viceroy was like, I was not aware Was that failure?
Yeah, and then he said something.
Failure of communication or something?
No. The Viceroy was pretending that the Jedi. Yeah, the Viceroy was pretending the Jedi didn't even come.
Yeah,
he was like, I don't know about these Jedi.
Yeah,
she's like, the Jedi should be there. And he's like,
I was not aware.
I don't know.
Yeah, right.
That's what he said. And she was just saying, no, you should make sure.
Be careful, Viceroy.
And she said something. What was that? No, he said, what says?
You assume too much.
That's the one, yeah. So anyway, what happens after that?
So she's like, be careful. I got my eye on you, right? Even though I'm in no position to talk about this, but I'm still being strong for my people.
Yeah.
Right?
And she's a young queen who just got elected.
Yep. And then, so the Jedi, go to town with their lightsabers.
Yep.
The droidekas come in. Great design, again.
Droidekas are cool.
The problem with this whole thing, Doug Chang, right? He's the guy who designed all these stuff. Remember that?
Yeah.
He said that he didn't want to do original trilogy Star Wars stuff. What do you think about that?
He wanted to do...
he wanted to do, more circular... And I think he did a great job, and I love his sketches. I love how he draws with the marker. And,
very symmetrical, right? Or no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he does these curvy, beautiful, symmetrical works of ingenuity.
Yeah. No, I think was he in those Dorleen Kindersley books? Like they published his stuff.
Remember? Yeah.
The inside
the
of ships and things like that.
No, that's a different guy.
Oh, okay, I'm mixing them up then.
That's the guy who did the cross sections. I'm talking about Doug Chang, who was the production supervisor. No, the production designer, sort of. And
he was in the making of episode 1, right?
Yeah.
No. I think he's great. I mean, from what I've seen.
Yeah, and so he was overseeing the whole design, the visual design aspect, and I think it's great. But I think it would have helped because I understood the what they were trying to do with episode 1, which was they're trying to make it show it to be sleek and.
That's
new.
the thing. So what do we have to talk about the entire idea behind that, which is the prequels set a total different tone from the original trilogy. I think from the beginning, like you said, they set out to make a new world, right?
Yeah.
The world before the rusty, rundown.
Yeah.
Episode 4, 5, 6 world, right?
Yes.
In my opinion, I think it works. I mean, in terms of the design, they definitely set up a clean, pristine world. That was very, it was almost like unrealistic in a sense.
But did it feel like Star Wars?
In a way, I mean, it feels like prequel Star Wars. That's the thing. It doesn't necessarily feel like Star Wars 4, 5, 6.
But it doesn't have to because if the movie had the Star Wars feeling in spirit, like in the characters and the adventure.
Yeah, then I feel like
it would have.
I think it would have worked a lot better for the film.
But anyway, so that's what it is. So the droidekas, awesome.
They're great.
The shield generators.
And Obi-Wan's hair changes. I don't know why his hair changes so many times.
He gets a red face.
It's a red face and his hair just turns into this really thick, orange hair, and then the next cut it's back to normal.
And so Qui-Gon's like, it's a standoff, let's go.
And they use the force speed. This is the only time I think we see force speed in any of the Star Wars movies.
Or whatever it was.
I bet they play Jedi Knight 2, and they're like, let's use that.
Yeah, Jedi Knight 1.
Use that. Anyway, they leave.
Yeah,
and
they hide into...
They hide away. They pop out of this little kind of opening, and they fall down the sea. And Qui-Gon's like, was this unusual for the Trade Federation?
Yeah.
Droids? What is this?
He
didn't say it like that. He said it like this.
They're planning an invasion of the planet.
They're planning an invasion of the planet. The droids, it's unusual for
So it's easy for you to miss any kind of...
important dialogue. That is
just like what I'm saying.
True.
Just like I'm saying, that's the whole point with episode 1, 2, and 3. I guess is that's just that when it's
you're missing emphasis of dialogue.
Yeah.
So it's true because
like we're saying at the beginning, like the pacing at the beginning of the movie was like, we must contact Lord Sidious. We should be like. They should be like, Lord
Sidious, what? No,
we're not contacting Lord Sidious.
He's the most evil Lord ever.
Well, they're not going to say that.
But I'm saying they're implying. They should imply that. Yeah.
And then they're like, okay, finally, let's do it.
And so we're like, ooh, the Sidious guy.
And then he comes in, and it's not even Sidious, it's someone else.
Yeah, that's true. His assistant, surely.
Because how is he going to make the Phantom Menace?
You have to build it up, yeah. You have to build it up. But anyway, that's what goes throughout the whole films, though, is that I noticed so many lines in this film that I've never even remember hearing.
I know, because you never focus on them.
Because we never focus on it. You're just like, what's the next scene going to happen? Yeah. But now you're realizing, there's a scene that's key to the whole problem.
And so Obi-Wan said the joke, "You're right about one thing, Master. The negotiations were short." And I thought it was actually funny, genuinely funny.
I think it's not bad. I would have liked maybe if Qui-Gon would have said something like, or just look on his face like, Obi-Wan with his jokes.
Yeah.
But it's fine. It's fine, totally.
Yeah, okay. So they go inside.
And so what happens
now?
And so now we're seeing this planet of NaBOO that we haven't seen yet.
That's right. There's the communication thing. Remember? Not Emperor Palpatine. Palpatine. There's this one scene in Theed Palace where they kind of introduce the Queen and they introduce Mr. Wet Blanket, Mr. Negative Nancy.
Ah, yes. Captain
Panaka.
Panaka. Yeah.
And then and so it's like and Palpatine's like, the communication. Are you sure about this? Well, and he's on the hologram.
Yeah.
And all the Queen's people.
Oh, that's right. And then the guy who actually like tries to kind of, the guy who's like, trying to
that
Shakespearean
idiot.
act.
Yeah.
He's saying
We've lost communications.
He's kind of smiling like, I'm happy about
Yeah,
this.
that was just no. And then she's like, what happened? We can't talk to our chancellor. Not chancellor. He's a senator.
Yeah.
Our senator.
And he goes,
the Galactic Republic.
Disruption of communication can mean only one thing: invasion.
Wow, but it's like I didn't even understand.
But the thing is, we don't know what's going on. Like the beginning, we already don't know fully what's.
And you know what? The entire film, all we could have for all we know, NaBOO is just made out of these politicians.
Yeah, I mean,
because we haven't seen any other people in.
We've seen some
NaBOO.
beautiful buildings and some scenery and a palace, but
the planet of NaBOO is run by.
But the thing is, the
7
invasion.
people. That's the population.
But the invasion doesn't mean so much to us because we're really going.
Yeah, because we don't know what's going on.
What's
There's
the big
no
problem
expression
here?
in the
Is
feeling,
is it importing fruits or something? Like,
yeah, what?
Who knows what did happen?
I don't even know. So anyway, they go and invade, right?
Yeah.
And she's like, I will not condone a course of action that will lead us to war.
Mm-hmm. Which is, then you're like, okay, so this is serious.
Right. But it's still unclear what's going on. So anyway, the invasion happens. The great musical cue John Williams made for the Trade Federation. Dun 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 bum ba-da-dum bum ba-da-dum ba-dum bum bum bum.
Music is good. I like
these big planes come down. It looks great. It still looks good, like the CG and the
it looks good.
The models and everything.
And so we're coming down.
The things open up. The cool tanks come out, and the droids are invading the planes. They're in the forest.
Yeah, they're gonna take over.
And then they get a communication. What's it called? The teleport. What am I talking about? Hologram from Newton Rune, right? Newt Gunray and Rune, whoever whatever his last name is.
It's Newton Rune show.
Yeah. I'm going to cook some spaghetti.
Come in, droid the cars.
Yeah, we need it sizzled, hot and spicy.
So good.
And then the droid's like, if they're down here, sir, we'll find them.
We'll find them.
These Jedi are not to be underestimated.
That's okay. We got it.
Don't worry.
We won't be sliced like butter.
Okay. And then the invasion happens, right? And then they already start patrolling through.
And remember, this is something I didn't notice that so often when watching Star Wars Episode 1 before, was that Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan actually stow away on one of these.
Yeah.
On one of these.
We just thought it was just a cutaway.
Who knows how they get there? They'd somehow get there. Maybe the Force.
They stow away. We never
jump,
saw that.
You know what I mean? Yeah. No, they stow away on one of these brown containers. And so they get down to the planet.
Yeah, and they're already getting chased by they're just trying to get out of the way of the.
This is one of those kind of like key points when we were like watching at home on VHS 12 years ago. It's just like, oh yeah, this scene where they get chased by.
Whatever. We didn't know.
Who knows? And
then we were introduced to the main character.
The main character, Jar Jar Binks. Qui-Gon's like, get out of the way.
Get out of here! Get out of here! Get out of here! And he just goes, wah!
Yeah.
Oh no! Right?
Saves this guy, a local.
Yeah. And he's like, I can't do it. It's the same. The voice is actually the same way you do Stitch and Gollum.
Is it?
But Ahmed Best has a different, like his register is lower, and stuff he can do with his voice to make it sound different. So it's like, like, you saved me again. Like I can't go, but I can't go that low. So
how does it again?
Excuse me.
Excuse me.
The safest part would be going to see. I'm too high.
Save me again. Yeah, I can't do it.
This is a hidden city.
Yeah. So now Jar Jar Binks is here.
Yes.
And we found out soon enough he's here to stay. He's here to stay.
He's here to stay.
I mean, he's not necessarily like at this point. He's not necessarily back here because you're finding out what's supposed to happen in the story. So
but the stupid thing is the way this was cut was just so abrupt. Again,
it's the I don't know what it is exactly. I think it's not necessarily the pacing, but it's more so that the actors are saying their lines.
The actors are running around without a head. Yeah, that's what it feels like.
Yeah. But they're saying their lines at certain times, like, "Who's this?
You almost got yourself killed. Are you brainless?"
Yeah, and then it's
I speak. The ability to speak does not make you intelligent. Now get out of here.
And it's like that's like little blocks they have to finish.
Yeah.
And
Obi-Wan's there, and he's like, "What's this?"
Obi-Wan's a jerk, basically.
Oh yeah, he's a jerk.
He's a jerk, like pretty much the whole first third of the film.
Yeah.
Just what's this? What'd you bring here, Qui-Gon? Yeah. And so then Qui-Gon saves Obi-Wan. He saves
Jar Jar
Binks twice.
Yeah,
so that's like for us, like, oh no, because the viewer, you're like,
you saved my
character.
again.
Now he's gonna be part of the team. And then Obi-Wan, Qui-Gon Jinn is using his brain. He's like, we could use this guy. Remember, like, you can take us to the planet.
He can be a human
Coral?
shield or a Gungan shield. A
Gunga.
Gungas.
The
Gungus.
It's important.
All right, go.
And he's like, I don't want to go to the planet called Bad Planet.
Yeah.
He's
I
like-
thought he was like bad bombing.
But what does that mean?
I don't know.
I know.
Well, no, you're way too far ahead.
Why?
Because he's like, we have to go find a place to hang out.
No, there's okay. Well, let's recap really quick. Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon, their whole mission post.
Oh yeah, to warn the queen. Of course, that was the thing because they
being
found out
gassed,
that they're trying to get killed. I forgot. I'm so
they have to
sorry.
go warn the queen because
Yes.
they're in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering, why do they have to warn them though? If the invasion's gonna, like, how long does it take the invasion to get there? Like, wouldn't the queen be like out the window? Invasion.
Yeah, well,
I guess
what
take
you
some
notice
time.
in episode 1 is that time.
Plays a very small role
Yeah.
in these characters' problems.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
So if we're going to warn the NaBOO, no problem. Time
problem.
just goes, all right.
As long as we need.
Yep.
Let's go.
So let's just casually jog along.
Yep.
Jar Jar, we need a transporter or something, you know?
No, they need to go and they need to
Escape.
find a way to
Yeah.
get to the queen as soon as possible.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh, let's go. And
Jar
Jar
Jar.
Jar does a giant flip and he's like, woo.
Oh, yeah.
Goes in the water. He's like, we'll just be casual over here.
So he's going to the hidden city,
James
the
Bond.
Gungan city, but he was
Masks.
cast out. Remember?
Jar Jar Binks was cast out because we don't know yet. You know?
Yeah.
His backstory is yet to come.
Yeah.
And so they go in the water.
And the music's great. It's Jurassic Park. Yeah.
There was actually surprisingly amount of Jurassic Park.
It's 90s John Williams. John Williams, after Jurassic Park, just went full on different, completely
style.
different from what he did before.
Interesting though. And they get to these. You see these bubbles.
Yeah,
It's an underwater
the Gungan
city. It's almost
city.
like a
Otokunga, as it's called.
yeah. And these kind of bubbles that are enclosing these
Yeah.
with oxygen. There's this race of
And Bossness.
Gungas.
Yeah.
And they go inside. They're like, oh, here we
So
are.
good being home.
Yeah. And he's like, no, Jar Jar, you sir.
Oh, no again, Jar Jar.
No, you. No.
You're in big doo-doo this time. Oh. Yeah.
And they have to go talk to Boss Nass.
Yeah,
who's
and-
the king, I think.
And at this point, pacing has gone very slowly.
It's slowed down a bit because we don't know necessarily. I think at this point we've kind of lost like what's urgent in the story.
Yeah.
You know, they got to warn him, but it's like,
Yeah,
all
yeah.
right, we got some time.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
gotta do
So
this.
they go down to meet the big bad, the big boss.
Big bad.
The big boss.
Brian
Played-
Blessed.
Brian Blessed.
Brian Blessed.
You, sir. Maybe. You know, what he's like,
Yeah. I don't know. He says
don't
things.
know. Yeah, he's like,
It's like, no, we don't like a taboo,
they think they so smarty. They think they brain so big.
but we are cooler.
Yeah.
And
And I love how he's talking to Qui-Gon, and Qui-Gon responds as if he isn't understanding a word.
yeah. he says all
Sounds
this
like
stuff.
what you would do in this situation.
Really?
The queen is,
Yeah. Just my
the
imperative.
Trade Federation's about to, like, so Boss Nass is talking.
Well,
He's
Boston's
like,
talking normally. He's like expressing his opinion.
There is you, Riza.
Yeah.
And then Qui-Gon just goes, the Trade Federation's about to attack the NaBOO. We must warn them.
And that's it. That's Qui-Gon's response. He
yeah.
just, I have a thing to do here. Okay, man. And then they got in some trouble, but Qui-Gon resorts to something that we will find out he uses quite a bit in this film.
What a
little force wave here.
Yeah.
Little force
We
wave
noticed
here
the
and
force
there.
wave. He's
This
like,
one is the first. It's very subtle. This first one.
Yeah.
It's more like it's almost like.
but I thought it's only for the weak-minded.
See, that's the thing. I don't know. I guess Boss Nass is weak-minded. I guess he kind of. It's kind of like the move. Qui-Gon kind of pulls out his hands out of his pockets, kind of
Yeah.
like, whoop,
We
little
could
wave here.
then speed us on away.
Yeah, but the funny thing is, I think that we never noticed that for a long time. That he's
No.
using the force
No,
mind trick.
I know.
I always thought he was just talking to
And
him.
he's like, we could use a transporter.
Yeah, transporter. And he's like, you could use a transport.
Yeah, and he's like,
The planet God.
see, I didn't even know he was being manipulated because he was reacting naturally.
That's what I thought,
It was
too.
difficult to
yeah, it's
understand.
hard to find out. But
So
anyway,
anyway, they get a transport to get out of there.
yeah.
So we've
but
established
in the meantime-
that Mr. Boss Nass is he doesn't like the NaBOO.
Yeah,
They think the brains are smarty.
but also remember, Qui-Gon's like, in your religion, you.
No, you
Only
and the
life
no,
that,
yeah, no.
remember?
Oh yeah.
He's like,
we'll take Jar Jar with us.
Jar
sure.
Jar, take Jar Jar with you because he's gonna help guide us. See, Qui-Gon is being the practical guy.
Right. And
Obi-Wan would have been
Guess
like,
what Obi-Wan said to to Phenace. He's like, you and the NaBOO form seem to be in circle.
He's going all academic on him.
Yeah. What happens to one of you affects the other. You must understand this.
Yeah, he's lecturing him. And then Obi-Wan's like...
We sound no caring about
We're not going to take... Obi-Wan's ready to leave Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah.
You know, in the dust.
Heartless man.
Heartless jerk. Anyway, so they get Jar Jar and they're like, let's go. Boom. They're in the planet core. Now we get some story. Jar Jar Binks is talking about his backstory.
They're like, the planet core.
And this is like, ooh, what could this be? Who knows?
Who's the planet core? And then he's like, mad bombing.
And then they go down to the planet core. They're flying through. They're swimming through.
Yeah. With their
sailing,
little bongo.
Submarining through the water. And Jar Jar gets some backstory. He's like,
they're like, why you banished Jar Jar? I don't
Small
know.
talk in the bongo.
Yeah. And he's like, he was like, this is his explanation. And the problem is that I didn't even understand what he was talking about because, of course, he's using fake words.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
But
say boom diazer, then crash into boss's heli blah blah, then banished.
For me, though,
what is a heli blah blah?
It doesn't matter. The whole point is the story is he did something bad to get him
Okay,
banished.
fine.
That's how I was.
Clumsy.
That's how you got to listen to Goongas, my friend.
Okay, the Goongas.
The Goongas.
Right.
That's what Qui-Gon did. He was listening to Foster.
Yeah, and then he just responds in the way he would have responded in the first place.
Exactly.
So they're going down into this beautiful, I think it's great, like the underwater.
It looks pretty good, yeah. Going through the planet core.
Big fish comes in.
Big fish comes in.
It's awesome.
It looks pretty good, honestly.
I like it. I love the sound it makes.
Oh, I always thought it was like some kind of a underwater Godzilla or something.
No. I was talking about the Kuba fish. No, not the Kuba. The
Oh, I skipped already. See, I'm so
sea
bad. I'm so
killer.
bad
The
at telling
OPC
stories. I
killer.
always skip to the punchline.
Yeah. The OPC killer comes in, and then the only reason I remember this is because I remember the action figures, so I remember their names.
Kuba fish?
No, the OPC killer. The fish. That's the fish.
Yeah, the Kuba fish.
And it had great animation with the eyes and stuff.
Well, that was good.
And then it just grabs it with its tongue, right?
Yeah. And then whoa! And
Yeah.
that shot of Jar Jar was like his eyes.
Stupid.
Going,
Yeah.
Wasn't a good shot.
And then giant Godzilla monster comes in.
Yep. And he just
Dun, 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 dun. And then Qui-Gon's like, "There's always a bigger fish."
and
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't mind. The line was fine for me.
Yeah.
And they keep going.
I think there's a transition then.
Really? Did we skip something?
Yeah, there's a transition, and then
Problems
we
in
go to
NaBOO?
the invasion again, and we see them going through the Windows XP fields.
That's
Dun,
right.
dun, 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 and we have that reverse shot of Princess.
Yeah, with their
Queen
costume
Amidala.
plugged into the wall.
Yeah,
Yeah.
light up costume. Yeah,
Yeah.
and and because watching this in HD, you can clearly see that it's reversed because
Yep.
when she
There was another
bows
reverse
her
as
head.
well shot at the beginning, I think, of the film. Remember one of those what's the race called again from the Trade Federation?
Neimoidians.
The Modi. Remember we
that's right,
we
yeah.
spotted
Whoop.
another one where he's just
And we also saw that stupid little droid in the background, always
doing the
tampering
same
with the
thing
little
all the time.
machine.
Just doing the same animation. Yeah, so we get some of that NaBOO troubles.
Yeah, and it's supposed to be sad, but we never see any of the people, so it's
That's
not...
the weirdest thing, isn't it, though?
Yeah.
That the whole film...
That's what I'm saying. The population of NaBOO could have just been those senators. Those are the only people that live on NaBOO.
They've all gone.
Yeah.
We're left.
There's no...
But really, that's the problem.
There's
we don't
no
see
introductions
anything.
to this. Yeah.
And so, I don't know if it was supposed to be a mystery or not with them talking about how they're suffering on the planet.
I know.
Remember? I don't know if that was supposed to be a mystery or
Yeah.
not for the viewer.
Yeah.
Because if it was, then they did a good job. Because I was always wondering, where is this?
Yeah, but
is
it's
this a trick or not?
surmounted to nothing.
It's surmounted nothing. That was the problem.
All right.
Back in the planet core, power runs out. The funny thing is...
No. I just wanted to tell you, Newt and Rune come in, and they take the queen down from the stairs and
that's
stuff,
right,
and they're like, "You will sign the treaty." That's the thing.
And she's
They have
like,
to sign the treaty to make this invasion legal because, the Neimoidians were like, "Is this illegal?" And then Darth Sidious is like,
Let me check my computer.
Yeah.
Let me check.
Is invasion illegal?
No. But I will make it legal.
Good, Sidious, good. Yeah, so they're trying to make her sign.
Yeah, because again, I'm pretty sure that they wanted to make the Neimoidians feel like they're bureaucrats, like
Well, they are.
Vogons. So they're always like, "Is it legal to do this?"
Yeah.
So they wouldn't even go out of the way to do something that's not.
Well, remember
legal.
later on, they're doubting, like, we shouldn't have messed with Sidious.
Yeah, well, they should have. This whole thing could have been pretty good if they just there was.
We'll get to that bit later.
All right.
We'll get to later. It's kind of conclusion stuff.
Yeah,
But
okay, let's
Getting
keep
to the
going.
story again.
All right, let's go. Let's go. We're not even on Tatooine.
We'll get there.
Okay.
And so what happens is that the power goes out. Yada yada.
Yeah.
What's his name? Jar Jar Binks is like, "Ooh, why are you so
Yeah,
thinking
he's
that's not
panicking.
power?"
But I like the part where it was like, like the Force will guide us.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, Maxi Big, the Force." I thought he was gonna start talking about something intelligent. No.
He just
Well, that smells stinketh. Thanks. Thanks for your input.
speech. That was.
But I like that there were some people who didn't care about the Force.
Yeah, I mean, because it makes it more realistic. It makes the world more.
And
big.
we're talking about Jar Jar here. And also, by the way, sometimes the CG wasn't very good, but sometimes it was great. Well composited.
That is funny, yeah. But I mean, yeah, some of the especially the darker shots, they didn't mind
with the natural lighting that was actually coming from the actual
ship.
The actual light coming from the set that was hitting the CG character.
Yeah.
Worked well.
Well, they weren't afraid of not showing the character.
Yeah.
It seems, and that helps a lot.
Yeah.
Anyway, they finally get
so
to...
there's
another
another monster attack. Yeah,
and too bad Qui-Gon didn't say again. There's
Yeah.
a ship. Am I right? Am I right, Obi-Wan? Obi-Wan's like...
Yeah.
Obi-Wan wouldn't have done anything. Obi-Wan was just looking forward.
Well, that's welcome to prequel
yeah,
movies.
It's true. It's
Okay,
true.
good.
Anyway, so we finally get to NaBOO with our main characters.
Yes, they're there. They're in Theed.
You know what it's called?
Yeah, that's the city.
Theed. Isn't that a real city?
Thebes.
Thebes, Greece.
Yeah.
And so they finally get there, and they notice, there's the queen and stuff. They're trying to get away.
And then the music you were commenting about.
The music, yeah. The music overall is great.
It was played in marcato. No, marcato's big. Staccato. Plucking.
No, it was almost staccato. It was like bum ba da bum bum bum.
There's a word for this. There's words for all of these things. But I wanted to remember it because I'm trying to remember these things.
I can't help you.
It's not fortissimo.
Do you want a Snickers bar?
Yeah. Space Snickers. So you said you were commenting on the music and how it wasn't.
Well, no, the music. I mean, overall, but I want to make clear. Overall, the music is great. I think John Williams.
Yeah, of course.
All the Star Wars movies, fantastic music. I think he does a great job. But this part in particular, for some reason, I just feel like it didn't. I wasn't sure again what the tone of this scene was.
Yeah, what was going on?
We have
because the
before,
actors definitely aren't
people are gonna die.
relating it
Remember
to
that?
us.
Huh? No,
the actors aren't
not.
translating it for us.
But we're getting signs like people are gonna die here. It's gonna be bad, and suddenly it's just bum
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 bum. It's like problems in NaBOO. Bureaucratic problems. It's supposed to be this huge real problem in the city or on the planet rather. Exactly.
So they're taking all the officials and Captain Panaka and the Queen
and
and
there's a
her
nice little
handmaidens.
blinky LED lights.
Not yet. That was way later.
Sorry, I'm mixing up two scenes.
So anyway, the droids are taking them. Remember?
Oh yeah.
And then Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan take the sneaky mission and then just jump down from the balcony.
Yeah, Obi-Wan's hair changes again. His hair changes again. One shot. You can just see this.
They
slice them like butter.
Yeah.
And so the first thing I wondered was,
and I thought it was really cool how they were slicing those guys down.
I think
and there's a wonderful wipe shot where Obi-Wan's lightsaber just comes in from the bottom of the camera.
Wipes the whole camera?
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Why not? They do some force pushes, and there's some robot sounds like stuff like that. And the first thing I was wondering was, after this whole thing happened...
what was your natural reaction?
I'm not talking about any predispositions. This is, again, we're back to 1999 watching the film, was... Who are these guys?
Yeah.
Like, who is Obi-Wan?
If you were an official right there on...
Like, who are you? What are you doing here?
Yeah, Captain Panaka would be like, who the heck are you guys?
Yeah, what's going on here? And relax, we're from the
wouldn't,
Jedi Council.
Wouldn't some of the handmaidens or some of the people, like they would just be like, whoa.
Yeah,
nothing. They just stand still. The droids get killed. All right.
We're from the Jedi Council.
And I hate saying this, but it felt like someone who was 12 was directing this scene.
I mean, I can't say otherwise.
I hate saying that.
I know, but we're not trying to... But this is our actual reaction.
Yeah.
Can't help it.
It's just like... Yeah, and then they just start talking.
Because it really felt like...
We have to help. I'm here to save you.
Here's a scene, and I want this scene to transition to the next scene. So how can that happen? Well, the Jedi's come in, they save him, they go. That's like that gap between the Jedi saving them and going. We need some interaction here, otherwise it's very difficult to tell.
Yeah.
So, but that's what happens. They just go in there and they slice, and they're like, "We're from the Jedi Council. We have to warn you."
Yeah. Let's go.
Let's go. Captain Panaka just
and they go.
Okay, no problem.
Mm-hmm.
Dun. What's after this?
They hide.
They hide.
They like kind of sneak around. And they get to the hull, to the royal starship.
Oh yeah.
Which looks. I like the chrome starship. I like it.
There's another scene where I feel like this was a great opportunity.
Yeah.
And I don't want to diss the movie so much because I'm trying to give it as much credit.
We're trying to be really neutral and honest.
Yeah, neutral because we haven't... it's the first time seeing it, right? Technically, quote unquote. Is it... I'm feeling here now... I'm feeling the need for... There has to be some kind of tension. Like, we have to get the Queen out of this planet. There's a big problem. The Queen could die.
And if they find out that the Queen is missing, bad stuff's going to happen.
Bad stuff. So we need to get the Queen out of this planet fast. Pronto. Right?
But no.
What happens is just like... We're sitting here at the door. There's a bunch of droids over there. Let's just talk about the situation. So... what's going on here? You know, Qui-Gon's like, I have to go.
And he's like, don't take the queen to Coruscant. And then, because they were going to go to the capital to report to the Senate about this, right?
But the queen's like, no,
Senate.
my people.
Yeah, she's like, no, I must stay with my people. We are strong, Your Highness. And then he's like, no, they will kill you if you stay. And then Panaka's like,
more like this. They will kill you if you stay.
yeah, okay, I'm sorry. I'm being
That's
a little
the
too
real
dramatic.
accurate one.
Yeah. I'm being too accurate to like the content of the story.
Yeah, the was trying to evoke.
Yeah. And then Panaka's like, no, they wouldn't kill her because, you know, they need to sign the thing to make it legal. They can't afford to kill her.
Yeah.
There's something else behind us.
And the Shakespearean guy is there. He's like,
Oh, I hate him.
remember, he's like, what did he say? I forget. He
Who
said
knows?
something.
He's so forgettable.
Anyway, so then they figure out, Qui-Gon's like, just trust me, come with me, let's go to Coruscant. This will be a lot better if we do this.
Yeah.
And the queen's like, fine.
Yeah.
She doesn't say that, but she's like, okay. And then they go, now this is the scene where I felt like the droid element comes back into play,
Yes.
right?
Because they're like 4 droids holding all the pilots hostage.
Yeah,
in
and
the
I
hole.
think what the scene was trying to do was trying to tell us, you know, this is a problem. Will our heroes make it through this?
Because the invasion happened, so I guess everybody's putting them on curfew.
Yeah. Well, no, they're occupying.
But
a lot of
NaBOO is an
places.
empty city. There's like hardly anything
Yeah,
there.
no, the population 10.
Yeah.
And so they're going through this thing, and the problem is that we're watching this, and I'm thinking like, you know, and I'm again trying to imagine. I haven't seen this, thinking they'll make it. There's 100%. Like they'll slice them. They have
Yeah,
lightsabers,
exactly.
butter. It's like this is not even a problem.
And this is why it was hard for me to watch this as a new first-time viewer because it's not giving me anything.
Well, it's giving you like a
respond to.
seed. Like, oh look, this scene is going to be, you know,
But it
there's
wasn't
tension.
strong enough.
And then we're like, you know, I want to believe. I want to believe. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
And I'm watching this, but then this is like, we're taking these people to Coruscant.
Yeah.
I like though. There was a good shot where the droid says something.
Where are you taking them?
Yeah, and the droid is like kind of stupid. You know,
Yeah.
like he didn't
Coruscant.
compute that.
Wait.
Then before he was like, where, and Qui-Gon has to repeat himself.
Yeah,
And I
that's
like
cool.
that because it's like,
I didn't
oh,
notice
realistic
that one, yeah,
robot. You know,
yeah.
that's cool. I like that. And so he's like, Qui-Gon's like, realize this is stupid.
Yeah. Dun, 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 bum, bum, bum. Yeah, he could have just done it at the beginning. Just photon.
Exactly. That's the
Actually,
thing.
he should have just thrown his lightsaber from the crack in the door.
Another Jedi Knight
and just
move. Yeah.
and then like a spear, like a lightsaber's javelin, and
know-
using the force.
Hovering in a rover,
Yeah.
slicing everyone, and it's like,
I bet we're gonna see that in episode 7.
probably,
It's gonna be so dumb.
probably.
It's gonna be so dumb.
And they finally get past this problem of
Yeah.
the droids.
And
And they're
then-
like, let's get
and
this
then-
transport.
And then they get to the
Which
queen's
is an
ship,
interesting
which is
word
awesome.
they
I
use all
love
the
the
time when
queen's
it's called
ship.
transports. Interesting.
Yeah.
Never heard that before. No, seriously, I haven't.
Okay.
And then they go on the transport. What is it?
Dun,
Silver?
dun,
The
dun,
silver chrome.
dun, 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 bum, 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 dun, 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 dun,
And now we
dun,
get
dun, dun.
introduced to
And they go into
amazing-
space.
Is he here yet? Yes, Mr. Amazing, Captain Obvious, the captain of
Oh, I
the
love
chrome
him.
ship.
His name is Rick Ole.
Is it?
Ole, yeah. And in original trilogy forums, there's one guy. Well, I think he was banned now for some reason, but he used to just have that wonderful picture of Rick Ole there.
That's awesome.
Stating the
Rick Ole
obvious.
is great.
And he
Take it
was
off.
also 85, I think his name was, in Alien 3, remember?
Oh yes,
That's his IQ. Same
I
actor.
think I remember that. Yeah.
He's the kind of annoying guy that's like, we can't do this against the rules.
Yeah. He was the guy who was like, how many missions? It's like,
No, you're
27.
talking about Aliens. I'm talking about Alien 3.
oh, I'm
Alien
sorry,
Cubed.
I'm mixing people up.
Never
But he looks
mind.
similar. That guy from Alien 2.
Same guy. Same actor.
No, from Alien 2 looks similar.
Oh, yeah. He looks
That's not
exactly
him,
like,
right?
yeah.
Okay. Anyway, Captain, what's his name?
Ole.
Ole.
Rick Ole.
Captain Obvious.
Or Rick Ole.
He's like, taking off.
What is it with Rex?
And then immediately,
What
as
is it
soon
with
as they're
Rex?
flying in space, he's like, as the blockade.
yeah.
Helpful.
Yeah.
He's helpful, honestly. Like, 'cause I don't know.
All right, so there's the blockade. Now there's at least some kind of pacing going
Yeah,
on.
now we're like, okay, we have to get to Coruscant. I don't know
But there's the
exactly why, but
blockade. There's the blockade.
yeah.
No, there's the blockade, and they're supposed to be blocking all passages through.
Yeah,
NaBOO.
the Detroit.
But it was
Trade
kind of like
Federation.
dumb, so it didn't really.
Didn't really matter. Again, it's the same thing. Like, just get past it.
Yeah.
You know, it's like that's like, oh no, we have a problem. R2. Remember
The
R2?
hyperdrive is leaking. No, not yet. First, he was like,
no, he's first like, no, before that.
because they shot because one of
before
the
they go into the blockade. Oh no, get the droids up there, and they get 5 droids, and they immediately like 5 of them.
and
just
they
get
and yeah,
destroyed.
and then Qui-Gon has Jar Jar stay down there,
Huh?
down there in the robot land.
Yeah, he goes down there, but then R2 saves him. He's like, great, and he's like, shit,
Oh, but wait,
Power
all
up
the
to
other
maximum.
droids
are terrible.
are
They
trying
suck.
to trying to fix it,
Yeah,
and then one of them
unfortunately,
dies, and I
yes.
love the sound he
What was
makes.
it?
Wow, it's beautiful.
It's a good one. And then it's like, power to maximum.
And then the problem is like when you're like me as a guy who just watched 4, 5, and 6,
Yeah.
I know this is R2.
Yeah, we know.
And I'm like, oh, R2's here. Okay.
So now again, we're like, will he make it? Of course, he's R2.
Exactly.
You know, and it's like 5 of the other droids just get shot out of space. And okay, we're going now.
Oh, you know how they could have really
the hyperdrive is leaking.
George had a great opportunity to put a little fake out that wasn't R2D2. It's just a different
Dude,
R2D2.
that would have been really good.
And people are like, whoa!
Like, no. And then what happens? Cut to Jar Jar, and there's R2 right there.
Yeah.
It's a Jar Jar. Yeah. Anyway, he goes, third time I'm saying this, powers at maximum.
And he's like, that little droid did it!
Immediately, hyperdrive's leaking.
There's not enough power to get us to Coruscant.
And right after that...
Because they escaped the blockade.
Obi-Wan's on Galactopedia going, Tatooine. It's a real planet. Tatooine. Let's go there.
Yeah. That's everything, like, the pace.
It's like within 10 seconds.
Yeah.
I guess, everything.
And we're not even mentioning the emphasis of the blockade because it was completely, like, just
Like, shouldn't it have been like Qui-Gon's like, how do we get past the blockade? You know, like, and he's like...
Well, when they're approaching it, there's a blockade. How are we going to get past this?
Yeah.
We're just going to have to go through them, right? And they can go through them, make it an action
Qui-Gon
scene.
could have done some waves.
Make it an action
Jedi
scene.
waves.
Yeah, well, listen, make it a legitimate action scene.
Yeah, oh yeah, okay.
And show how obvious it is that it's hard to get through the blockade.
Yeah, that's true.
And then some battle droids could have come out of the ships.
Yeah.
Or something. I don't know. It's
I
hard.
mean,
It's
like
hard
an
to,
action sequence, right?
Yeah.
For that. Yeah, good work.
because it was just kind of like a passive.
Again, but it's the same thing. Just let's get past it.
Yeah.
Okay, so where are we now? So now
the hyperdrive is leaking.
The hyperdrive is leaking.
Thank you, Rick Ali.
Got a problem here.
Yeah.
Luckily, Obi-Wan's got a plan. Tatooine, right? And he's like, we shouldn't go there. But they're like, yes, we should because it doesn't matter. We're going to have to go. Oh, he's like, Olay.
No,
right?
you mean
L'Oreal.
Panaka.
Yeah, Panaka. Not Panaka. Maybe Panaka. He's like, we shouldn't go there. It's like, Huts of gangsters.
Yeah, it's controlled by the Hutts. That's why we should. How do we know it? Yeah, how do we know it's not part of the Red Federation or?
And Qui-Gon makes a good point. He's like, what difference does it make? 'Cause they're not looking for us, and even if they're gangsters, we should go there. Better there than to go to Coruscant, where they're better there than to go to
a planet that's
part of the
controlled.
Republic. Yeah, so there'll be problems. So it's better just to go. Why not? Even though there's gangsters, they're not looking for us there. We'll be fine. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Good point actually. And so they could go towards Tatooine.
But the problem now is that they already set a clock.
What clock?
The movie set a clock for the Doomsday Clock, which was we have to get to Coruscant. Warn people about the NaBOO.
Oh yeah. That's the whole point. They have to go.
Yeah.
To them. Yeah.
But the movie completely
ignores
this now because we have magic time.
That's right. Magic time kicks in.
And just calm. Everything's calm.
Like,
Boom.
that's the thing, really.
Let's land on Tatooine. There we are. The whole planet is one big desert.
If only he would have said that.
And then he's like, "Look, I'm repairing the hyperdrive."
No, it's more like they land on Tatooine.
Oh wait, we forgot about the droid, the R2 scene.
The R2 discussion.
Yeah,
stuff.
well, no, this was I noticed this is so hilarious.
Okay.
This is unintentional, but it's perfect. So the Queen, who is the Keira Knightley,
right? We have to make that clear. Well, everyone's seen Star Wars Episode 1.
the decoy.
Yeah,
she has been the decoy for a while.
Yeah,
and actually, it was very clever that they had the decoy be so early on and without warning, because you wouldn't get used to her face, like Natalie Portman's face.
Yeah. Like, by the time you're like, oh, that is the Queen.
Yeah. I think that was great. So Keira Knightley's in this movie. She's standing in for the Queen, and then they're like, "This droid did it," this droid.
Yeah, R2.
And it's kind of funny because that's what he's supposed to do. Why would you even have like a kind of ceremony for the droid?
Because
without a doubt,
NaBOO,
it saved the ship.
The NaBOO treat everyone equally.
Oh,
okay,
that's what it is. So that's just their little.
That's their little thing. Like
Yeah.
droids, everyone. It's cool.
Yeah.
So,
because we're fine. And it's like R2D2, right?
yeah.
And then she's like, Padme, come clean up the droid.
Oh, yeah,
Deserves our
yeah.
gratitude.
Yeah.
And then you can see one of the handmaidens in the background. That isn't Sofia Coppola, unfortunately, which was before. But
on the left side.
yeah, she's smirking a little bit,
Like,
a little
just
smile.
like a
and
fraction of a
to
smirk.
me it was funny because it felt like this was a joke between the decoy and the handmaid, because she's probably one of the handmaidens, and they're like, okay, dude, so when something like this happens, you're gonna do something really, we're gonna
make the Queen clean the droid.
Yeah.
Or something like that. Like make her do something that she's never been
So,
done. Yeah.
clean the droid, deserves our gratitude.
And she's like in the background.
So anyway, that was funny. Anyway, they're on Tatooine, and now Qui-Gon and Jar Jar.
Qui-Gon, when he gets to Tatooine, Qui-Gon immediately pulls out his checklist. He's like, all right, pots.
We got to make
pots.
Tatooine go by fast.
Should we?
There's really nothing much to talk
Okay,
about.
he's like, Parts, check. Not check. We need parts. We need this. We need this. And then as soon as
So they need parts for their
the
hyperdrive.
whole point is the
because
hyperdrive
they
was
can't go to
leaking.
hyperspace like in Empire Strikes Back.
No, they can't because they need hyperdrive.
Yes, that's
and
right.
The
but
whole
it's
point
leaking.
is stranded here, and he's got to go do some business.
Yeah,
right? Qui-Gon.
yeah.
Obi-Wan is like, didn't he complain again? Obi-Wan is like, I'm not
he's
sure about this or
complaining.
something.
He's
like, no, he's
just
like, Qui-Gon, we have to
annoying.
do this. Right, and so he goes out.
with R2. Because
With
why?
R2?
I don't know.
That's a good point. I never noticed R2.
Yeah, he's just hanging out.
Yeah,
and Jar Jar.
And Panaka's like,
That was the dream team right there.
yeah, Panaka's like, the queen
Yeah.
commands you take her handmaiden. And
Yeah.
Qui-Gon's like, I won't have any of this. No. He's like, she wishes. No, Qui-Gon's like, there will be no commands by the queen today.
Yeah.
And he's like, she wishes it. Like, takes him. Qui-Gon's like,
Yeah. Whatever. She's curious about the planet.
Yeah. And they're like, okay, fine, let's go. The
Right.
A-Team. Dun, 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 dun,
So now we
dun.
go to Tatooine, and now this is another familiar sight to us.
Right, this is-
because
we're going
after
back.
watching New Hope,
New Hope.
original Star Wars,
Episode
Empire,
6,
and
especially
Jedi.
Jedi had a lot of Tatooine.
Tatooine's back, but
It's a bit different.
this movie didn't decide to introduce it in any way.
That's a good point. I didn't think about that. We
Yeah.
just kind of pop in.
Yeah.
It's almost like
We kind of pop in as if we
same
never
old, same
left.
old.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that.
So then we see all the sights and sounds of Mos Espa. Which
No,
is,
but this is though. We have to say this is the dinosaur world of.
well, yeah, it has the dinosaurs that you hate so
Dinosaurs,
much,
yeah.
which are called Rontos. Yeah,
From special edition. Anyway,
Yeah,
but
but-
that's where we're at.
but they just appear. So
Mhm.
there's no build up. There's no like.
But there's some crazy space
Tatooine.
guys. Remember we saw.
I
some
love
with
the
these
crazy space
helmets,
guys.
And there's like this guy
There's
with
a
a
skull
black
head.
suit.
No, everything's great in Tatooine. I think like all the production design and,
Yeah.
and art department stuff. But
No,
just
I was saying that
but
genuinely,
just
like,
the
they're
way
great,
the
like,
movie
the
was
design and stuff.
shown, Tatooine to us.
Yeah, like how they
was-
introduced it.
they could have really built it up really well. It would have been so
Yeah.
much more fun for the fans, to watch. Back in Tatooine, but no, just pop. Dun, 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 dun.
It's kind of
Anyway,
true, yeah.
there was a wide shot, and you noticed a new looking land speeder.
Yes, that's right. On the left side again
Yeah.
was a land speeder that looked familiar. With
Yes.
someone inside who could maybe just
Yeah.
be Lars
Owen.
Owen, which is Luke's uncle.
Yep.
Yes, I think it is. I mean, it has to be.
It has to be. He has the same kind of beard. He doesn't have this mustache, but he has the same kind of beard.
Yeah, yeah.
Looks young,
he's
and
like,
he's
but he looks
driving
kinda
on a
flat, but he's like
land speeder.
Yeah, and he goes out of shot. I don't know. Maybe I think it might be.
I really feel like someone might have snuck that in,
I think it's very possible.
even though he's in Mos Eisley, not Mos Espa. But it doesn't
Still
matter.
Doing business.
Doing business in Mos
Power
Espa. Exactly.
converters.
Yes. Yeah.
Come on,
yeah.
they're always short of power converters at the Lars family.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Anyway,
Oh,
right.
Oh. Did Darth Maul show up yet?
We might have missed like where
We
he's
missed
like, was
Darth
like, I'm
Maul.
sending my apprentice.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Okay,
this
so
is
they
when
haven't
it's introduced.
Yes, they
that
have
the
another.
Sith
They have
are
another
here.
conversation in the Trade Federation. They're like, "Oh, the Queen's missing. We're
Oh,
bumbling
yeah, that's right.
buffoons."
That's right. See, again, like this is the thing where it's like you feel like there should be like tension, like, and I get the point. The point is that these
Guys are
what's the
bumbling
race
idiots.
called again?
The Nemoidians.
The Nemoidians. They're
Trade Federation.
I call them Trade Federation. TF,
Yeah,
the
the
TF
TFs.
guys. Like you're supposed to be thinking, if you're in his shoes, oh man, this is terrible. Like I have to answer to Darth Sidious. What am I
Yeah,
gonna tell
yeah,
him? You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
Like what's gonna happen?
But no.
But it's more like we kind of lost the queen. That's his like. Okay, I expected this of you.
Yeah.
We'll just.
And also, it would be nice if
It's
like
fine.
they had some pursuage going on, but no,
Pursue it.
no
yeah.
tension.
No.
So, but there is a little bit of tension now because
But Darth Maul, my apprentice, Darth Maul.
He's introduced, and he's like, "How you doing?"
I think Darth Maul is great design, and it works so well in that new Star Wars look they were trying to do.
Darth Maul?
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm kind of neutral, I guess, but I mean,
Yeah,
look
I
good.
understand.
Looks good.
That's exactly what I was thinking. The same way I was feeling neutral because the way this thing is.
But I mean, like,
movie
if
has a
you're
problem.
saying, yeah, I have no problem with Darth Maul. I have no problem, honestly. Everywhere he walks. Everywhere he walks. Okay, finally.
So he'll find the lost ship, the ship that they're trying to find
I thought you
with the
said
queen.
Yeah, find your lost chips. We'll make
That Canadian dish,
Yeah, I forgot what
French
it's called.
fries.
With the brown sauce.
Yeah.
Where are they now? They're in Tatooine.
Poutine.
They go into the shop. Qui-Gon's like, I'm looking for a shop.
First shop they
shop
find.
on the left.
Udanoya!
Yep. And he's like, what did they talk about? Oh, yeah, they do some business.
and again, he doesn't understand what he's talking about, We need supplies for a ship.
Nubian 452.
Oh, yes, Nubian. We have lots of that.
Luckily, maybe use the Force. I always wonder, maybe the Force can help you get to the right places.
Yeah.
I think
I would
think
say
it's
the
true.
same
I think
thing,
it's true. Because it guides you to get where you're supposed to be in a grand sense.
Yep.
Yeah, and so he has the parts. Qui-Gon's like...
Oh, I have those parts, yes.
Qui-Gon's like, I hope he's going to be okay with this. I have Republic credits.
No, okay, well, you just totally skipped our introduction.
What introduction?
To our Indiana-born brethren.
Yes, Indianapolis man.
Yeah.
Himself, Jake Lloyd. But no, he's going to be in there in like a couple seconds.
He was
We
like...
can separate the two scenes. So,
Yeah.
Republic credits, business, and he's like, Republic credits will do fine. A little hand wave. It's the second time he's done it.
Yeah.
It'll be fine. No, they won't. And
No,
you,
they won't.
For the longest time, thought he said, I'm a Tridarian.
Yeah.
Your tricks don't work on me, or something. You thought that
Your
was...
tricks do not work on me.
You thought that was
Yeah.
for the longest time.
Yeah.
And then later we found it was mind tricks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he knows about the mind tricks.
Yeah, apparently. Well, he's probably seen some Jedi coming here. Some very
Right.
lousy Jedi who are looking for
Parts.
Right. And so then Qui-Gon's like, this is not working.
He's such an idiot.
He's like, I'm gonna come back later and figure this out. Let me talk to my friend Obi-Wan. Maybe he'll have some ideas.
Yeah.
And he walks away
And
disgruntled.
he takes his lady shaving communicator.
Yep, that's right. The lady.
But that's
leg
so,
shaving.
but I love that because they
I
use
bet they
prop.
use the
They used
same
it.
like the pattern from the.
They
from
used
the,
a lady shaving
and
device.
they modified it.
Yeah.
Had to have been.
It's awesome.
So anyway, back to Indiana brother.
Yeah.
He comes in, and
So this is what happens before, and he's like, and Watto's like, get in here, boy.
Yeah.
Get in here. I don't even know how to do his voice.
okay,
And then pasa tu pasa. Right.
yeah,
And there he is.
there he is, bowl cut boy. First line opening for Anakin is
Well, he was telling.
okay.
Watto
Well,
that
first
he was
line
trying to
interacting with the
clean
main
the
characters,
things, and he sits on the table, and then Qui-Gon goes with Watto to talk about the business, which we mentioned.
separated too. Yeah.
And then Anakin's just cleaning something and goes, "Are you an angel?" And then if I were like, I was thinking just neutrally watching this, and just like my reaction as Natalie Portman would be, "What?
Yeah.
Shut up, kid." You know?
Yeah, the second part maybe not so much, but
And she's
it
like,
would
"An
be
angel. I heard the deep spice pilots talk about them." He said
on
space
the
pilots.
moons of Aigo.
Oh, yeah, Aigo, I think. And then she's like, "What?"
Yeah.
Right? By this time, I'm like, just don't talk to this kid. Stupid slave
Well,
scum.
I wish she would have been more like, "What are you talking about?" Like,
Yeah,
not
that's
necessarily.
exactly
not
what
in a
I was
mean
thinking
way.
too.
Not in
Yeah,
a mean way,
yeah,
like,
I was.
yeah, no, you're
too.
exaggerating. But like, what's going on? Like, who are you?
Yeah,
Something
yeah. Like,
that.
what are you talking about? What's Aigo? And,
Yeah,
and then he could have said like, "Oh, it's a place that I know."
My friends always talk about it or
Yeah,
something.
yeah. And,
it's like,
you're smart.
yeah, exactly. And you're like,
Yeah.
oh, so you're one of the, you're
Yeah.
local.
Which that one kid who was cast in the documentary through the making in the beginning of episode 1.
That was his name.
I don't know.
I forgot.
I don't
Anyway,
know. It was really good.
Yeah, what was the serious kid?
But I'm not saying anything bad about Jake Lloyd. I
Yeah,
think
no,
he was
me
all
neither.
right. I just no one was directing.
I know. But
That's
it
what it
goes
feels
across the whole board in the
Yeah.
film. Anyway, what happens after this? Right, the angel talk, and he's like, I'm gonna leave the planet. She's like, you're a slave, and he's like, I'm a person. And then they're like, oh, I'm sorry.
And Jar Jar's doing a bunch of nonsense we don't care about.
Like, hit the nose. After all that's done,
But now Jar Jar's turning into a nuisance. He is
right at
there's
this point,
no
Jar
reason
Jar
for
is
this
already
guy.
like, please.
He should have stayed on NaBOO.
But he's not that annoying. I don't think.
That's what I
think
always
people.
think.
I think people generally tend to make Jar Jar into this like
Yeah.
most annoying in the world. Not the most annoying in the world. He's just pretty annoying. He's just
Yeah,
slightly
yeah,
annoying.
yeah.
It's like, stop, Jar Jar.
Yeah.
And then
Stop.
And then what happens after this? Let's think.
Well,
No one else has a T-14 hyperdrive. I can promise you that.
Yeah,
Right?
we did that.
Thank you, we leave in peace, right? And then he tells Obi-Wan, as you were saying, he's like, we're running out of time. And we're like, oh, right, there's time.
But see, I like that line.
I know, but it doesn't work. It's like,
No, but
it's like you're it's like a drop in the ocean.
Yeah.
It's like, it's not working.
But I like because it's like either way we're running out of time. So it's like this line, if it was working, would be like, oh crap, like we have to get this done.
Yeah.
Because like there are people dying.
Yeah.
Over NaBOO, and
Yeah.
we're here.
The people, wherever they are.
Right, but imagine
Yes.
they're there. Imagine they're like, oh man, this is terrible.
Yeah.
And so
Oh, yeah, and Obi-Wan was like, there's nothing to barter with. The Queen's wardrobe, maybe.
yeah, and Qui-Gon was like, ha, ha, ha. No, he didn't do that.
Burn it.
I was like, yes. Now we're finally walking back.
Yeah, he's walking back, and then
And
then Jar Jar does the stupid thing and just takes one of the free, not the free,
The rubber.
the rubber
chickens.
frog alien.
Yep.
And then the one guy's like, "Hey, whoopee whoopee, whoopee whoopee," right?
Yeah, and he gets flung all the way to Sebulba, this new character
Yeah, Sebulba.
who is
Pretty cool, I think.
sure.
Not as a see. The thing you notice consistently in this movie is that all the CG characters have more personality and are a lot livelier than any of the human characters.
I think you can't argue with that, really.
Yeah. So
And,
Sebulba
but
comes
the
in.
funny thing we have to say, though, it's nothing to do with the actors, because all these actors are great.
Yeah,
But for some reason, it's just like the how the lines
I can't
are
believe it.
not only written, but how they're placed in regards to the characters and the delivery. Somehow all these great actors end up saying things like,
I will not condone a course of action that will lead us to war.
yes,
Senator
like that.
Palpatine, what happened?
stuff like that.
Like,
you know?
what? Never mind.
Yeah. But anyway, off on back to the plot.
Sebulba comes in,
Tribanai.
right?
Yeah.
These are the bum bum.
You know,
Right. Anakin's like, Chalamatu Tasso and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
and he's, yeah.
Oh, and then,
Chimulebra.
and this is where we have the guy who was selling the rubber alien animals. He doesn't care anymore about that one that cost 7 wampa.
Well, like we said, it was just the rotting one that was just, he was about to take off anyway.
but Jar Jar got rid of it
Yeah,
for
yeah.
him.
And he was thinking, you know, because he's obviously stealing Jar Jar is, and he's just like, "Again, whoopee whoopee."
Right.
Right.
Anyway, Anakin then notices a laser sword
These are the banta pojo.
from. Did he give him those? Here's some tasks or whatever.
Upatati wampate.
Sorry, just, good voice.
Yeah. Wasn't it? Didn't Anakin give
No,
him some
we introduce
tangerines?
now that Sebulba and Anakin comes in to rescue Jar Jar, and before Jar Jar gets turned into Bug Squat or whatever he said,
something like that.
and we know that Sebulba is a racer with Anakin.
Rivalry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's kind of funny because this Doug, who knows how old he is racing this little 12-year-old.
Well, but-
must have been
but-
double embarrassing for that guy.
But yeah, it goes to show that Anakin is a good racer.
Yeah.
You know.
And then Jake Lloyd's delivery on one
What was it?
when he laughs, he's like "Chiba Chaba Chuba," and then
Yeah, the
his expression.
completely turns off. He's like,
Yeah.
back to normal.
Oh, the
That was a good one.
kid actors. Okay, so anyway, he's like, "Your friend was about to be turned into mincemeat," or whatever he said,
Whatever.
and he's like, "I noticed your laser sword." Who cares? That
That's
later.
later.
Doesn't happen later. Get some fruits from the lady.
Yeah, his
And she's like,
tangerines.
"Storm's coming on, eh?" And he's like, "Oh."
He's like, where are you guys going? He's like, we're going to ship in the outskirts. He'll never make it in
Yes.
time.
Sandstorms are very, very dangerous.
Let's go to my place. And then they go to his place. Let's go to my place.
But the funny
And he
thing
goes-
is that we put that together with Tom Cruise Mission Impossible.
Which one?
Sandstorms are very dangerous.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
Right, and so they finally get to his house. And his mom's like, who are these people?
Oh yeah, the mom. Yeah, again with the introducing, it's not so great.
It's difficult because like they come in, he's like, these are my friends. And she's
Yeah.
like, oh, Annie.
Yeah.
And they kind of stand around there. He's like, oh, I love this. Qui-Gon goes and says something like,
Yeah.
we're here to...
I'm Qui-Gon Jinn. I'm.
He goes, and Jar Jar just talks over him.
No.
shouting.
Anakin does.
Oh, Anakin.
I'll show you my protocol droid.
So we never get to hear what Qui-Gon says after he says.
So
Qui-Gon
he
says.
shows. So they're in the house, in the slave house, and
Anakin's showing Padme his droid.
that he obviously didn't build because it's
You don't think he built
clearly
it?
it's a mass-produced protocol droid.
That he bought at
And-
the old Platz over in
And I'm sure he just found the entire thing and just
modified it.
fixed a few cables, and that's it.
So you don't think he built it?
No, because it'd be stupid.
What do you think about C-3PO being built by Anakin?
That's the whole thing. That's so stupid. I don't like it. It's just making the world smaller.
Yeah, I think that's one of the elements of making the world kind of smaller. Like Boba Fett being
Like they
the
seriously, they
rival
could
of-
have they could have easily just found C-3PO in a junk pile somewhere.
No, he could have been on that Tantive already. He's just
No, because the
assigned
whole
to it.
point was that George Lucas wanted to put the droids
Did
in
they-
every
they're on.
episode.
I
So
don't know.
they could have found him in a junk pile on Tatooine, and then they could have repaired him at the end of the film.
Yeah, they would have found out he's like from some other planet or something.
Yeah.
And so then now the discussion comes in, right, of the film. This is the discussion of what to do. Time is running out.
Yeah, time's running out. Yeah.
Let's talk about this stuff. When they have to talk about this stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like time's running out, so let's just sit around. And it's like, what are we supposed to do?
Anakin's a slave boy. He races pods, and
Yeah.
he's always
No,
dreamed
he's
of
the
doing better
only
things.
human who can raise pods.
Yeah, and he's the only human. So Qui-Gon's like, "Huh,
It's fine. I think it's
here,
fine.
you
No,
like these
I
talents."
think it's a good element,
Here.
though. It's a good element because it's introducing like Anakin.
Yeah.
He has some Jedi powers.
Yeah.
Not powers.
Yeah.
Potential.
Yep.
And Qui-Gon's like, very fast, very dangerous. Jedi reflexes, right?
Mhm.
To do these things, and then they're figuring out.
And
to
Jar Jar's
do-
interrupting,
Yeah, that was annoying.
but
That was annoying.
it wasn't as annoying as I thought.
Really, I thought it was pretty annoying.
All right.
Because it's like, stop.
Yeah.
And
Qui-Gon shouldn't have just taken the
no, he should.
yeah.
Anakin
I was just thinking a violent push, like
Don't do that again.
could have done that too.
Sit down.
And
Outside.
no. They found out that the only way that they can actually figure this out is that Anakin has to enter into a race because everything revolves around gambling in the Tatooine world.
Yep.
And his mom.
everything revolves around those awful races.
I hated when you talked to an
I thought you meant races like black people,
the
white people.
Greedo,
Awful races.
Greedo race.
Yeah.
What was it?
Toydarian.
Toydarian, so on. And she's like, I may not like it, but
Yeah. He can
he
help.
can help you. He was meant to help you.
And they of course tell him.
And so
we're
that
going to
line,
Coruscant. CorOOOskant?
that line introduces the prophetic element of
Yeah,
Anakin
yeah.
Skywalker, which
Uh,
it's kind of like, because it feels kind of forced. It's like he was meant to help you. It's like,
forced.
that's what it feels like.
Yeah.
And we have to now kind of get into this whole thing. Anyway, so they're figuring out, let's just do that.
Yeah. And then he's
Those
like, look at my
details-
pod.
Yeah.
Next day.
He's like, oh, it's a racer. It's a racer.
It's the fastest ever built. And then so anyway, the plan they cook up is
Like in the lab.
Qui-Gon, because like he's a kid, and Watto would kill me if they found out I was making a pod.
I don't know why, though.
I know this is, I don't know.
Anyway, doesn't
Just so we can have Qui-Gon
Yeah.
putting the stakes in there. He's
Yeah.
like, all right, so they have the plan, right? So
Mm-hmm.
they're doing the pod racing building, right?
Yeah, no, the whole plan is that Anakin will enter the race.
Mm-hmm.
Qui-Gon will pretend that he built the pod or he got the pod,
Yes.
and they'll bet in a way that they'll be able to get the parts. So
Yeah.
he goes over to Watto's place. He tells him
No,
about the
there's a
plan.
whole
What?
scene with Anakin making this little
Oh
pod.
yes, this is the scene. I see. I don't like the scene.
Or
very much,
was
that's
it
fine.
before? I don't even remember. Let's just either
It's finished.
or.
Okay, so then
They just make the bet. Let's do the bet first. They make the bet with Watto.
No, let's go back.
He
Let's-
wants you to sponsor the race. Why could you do this?
Yeah. So now here we have to figure out.
I'm going to have to donate testicles.
Yeah, I wonder if someone will know that.
Luckily, we have 3,000.
Want to discuss with the huts. So the deal is that if they lose, if Qui-Gon and Anakin lose, they'll have to give up their entire ship to
Yeah.
Watto. If they win, Watto will get all the money, so good for Watto, but he'll have to give them the parts for the ship.
Yeah.
So either way, you win. So
Yeah.
Watto's going to win either way, which I didn't know for the longest time.
Yeah, but
now
you
I
heard him always going, either way, you win.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah.
Either way.
And so now we got that set up. Now let's go back really quick to the other scene.
Yeah,
Before
to
that,
the
which
one
was
where he's building his
Anakin
pod.
talking with
The kids.
Shmi. No?
What?
Isn't that where he's like, he has great reflexes?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the scene, yeah.
That was
I mean, this is the whole prophetic
that was
thing, right?
hilarious because there was another unintentionally hilarious
Yeah.
reaction to Shmi.
Oh, yeah, I love that. It was hilarious.
Yeah.
So they're talking normal, have normal conversation.
Yeah,
It's
she's,
like,
and then she
how did you
walks
grow
in. She
up?
walks in and he's like, the boy has special powers.
and she's like,
right.
he's great. He's
Yeah.
he learned from a small age to do all these things.
He's like, and then Qui-Gon just goes, Jedi powers, something like that. I forget.
Yeah. No,
He
no,
can-
no, no. He goes, who is the father? And she's like, there was no father. I raised him. I grew, all these different things. And you can see Qui-Gon's face. He's thinking, I shouldn't have asked that question.
Yes, it's so true.
You can see his face. He's like, and then immediately when she's done talking, if he was born in the Republic,
Yeah.
we would have
He's trying to
raised him
get
and
away
spotted
from
him
here.
very quickly.
Yeah.
But the whole thing is that it'll come
And then
in later.
I love that we watched this Blu-ray version.
no, see-
I can't wait for a 4K one. You could clearly see the seams.
Oh, yeah,
for
yeah,
his
yeah.
fake
That's amazing.
beard.
Though. That's amazing.
and the nice little
Makeup. Sorry, the wig.
seams. I guess
Wig.
you could say.
It's like the part of the wigs where they kind of glue on to the
To the
skin.
scalp.
And you never see it ever, but
But in this case, because it was so high res,
yeah, and the
it
light
just
was so
you
direct.
saw it, and then you also saw on the side the little
Mhm.
grid where the actual.
Man, I think we're gonna see a lot more of that.
awesome. I love it.
Once the-
No, I really love that stuff. I mean, I know it distracts from the experience of the movie, but as someone who likes making movies, it's so fun to see this.
I mean, it's cool because it just goes to show that people work on movies.
Yep.
I was gonna say the funny thing is, for the longest time, I always thought that scene would have been okay had it not been for later. We'll get to the Metachlorian talk. But
Oh, no.
Before that, she goes, "There was no father." Perfectly fine. Like it just means that he
Right.
didn't have a dad around. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
the whole thing.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what I
yeah.
always thought
Right.
that happened,
Right.
right? But yeah, we'll get to that later. It goes
Yeah,
into
yeah,
a
okay.
totally different territory.
And so there are these kids who can't act at all.
Yeah.
They come in. It's never gonna run.
Yeah,
And then Kidster is introduced, main character,
Mhm.
secondary character.
yeah,
so,
Anakin's friend.
Yeah.
He's his friend.
yeah. And then I can see what this scene was trying to do is like, what do you see in the race tomorrow and stuff like that. Remember?
Yeah, and he's like, let's go play.
And Jar Jar has
ball.
his stupid hand caught, and he gets his
Yeah, his
power
little
coupling.
shenanigans.
Who cares?
and so on. Okay, where are we?
And then he's like, "Here, try this. Try this, Annie." And then Annie puts it in, and he's like, "It's working."
converter.
Yeah, it's working. Da-da-da. I think one of the best shots in this movie, and I'm serious when I'm saying this, is where you see Anakin's like he's going, "It's working," and the music is dun, 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 bum, ba, da, 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 and it cuts his mom, looking concerned, and I thought that was like the best shot. Never mind.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay, we're cool. And then
So now this is where the entire race.
Oh, yeah,
comes
no.
into play.
before the race,
Before
there's the
race.
night shot that was shot in a digital camera. Yeah.
The old. I'm checking your blood for infections.
Yeah, your favorite line.
My favorite line because you can use it for everything. It's just like checking my blood for infections. Yeah, that was HD, wasn't it? Anyway,
This podcast will be as long as the movie.
I know. Yeah,
Come on, let's
it's
go.
okay. It's okay. It's fine.
All right, go.
Can't escape it. And so this is where again. Let's go back. We're watching it. We've only seen Star Wars 4, 5, and 6, but he takes some blood samples off Anakin. He shoots him up to Obi-Wan.
Yeah,
What?
it's funny. And then Anakin is expressing his deep desire to be the first one to see all the stars.
That's right.
And be a
And Qui-Gon,
great pilot.
Qui-Gon gives a very kind of rational answer. It's like unlikely. You know what I mean? It's like he should have been like, you should go for it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
No,
He's
no.
more just like, these are the facts, Anakin. Unlikely. And
No, he just said, "Has anyone seen them
Yeah,
all?"
yeah,
And
but
he's
he's
like,
like,
"That's not
unlikely."
likely." He's like, "I'm the first one to see them all."
He should have been like, maybe, to give him hope. Anyway, so then what happens is that he sends over the
I
blood
think you don't know
samples.
what he was trying to say.
What?
He actually meant, he said, Anakin asked him, has
I know. Has anyone visited all the stars?
He said, unlikely. So that means he's going to be the first one to see them all.
Oh, I see. That line goes
Yeah.
together with that. Okay, that makes
The
sense.
digital camera film
Looks
shot.
okay.
Yeah.
Looks okay.
Yeah.
And then he's like,
Now this.
Obi-Wan,
Yeah.
check the readings.
Yeah, because
And he's like,
a sample of
because
blood.
we don't know what's going on here. We're like,
Yeah.
why is he sending him blood samples? And he goes, checks the readings are off the chart.
He
goes, higher than Master Yoda's.
Oh,
And then he's like,
his
he's
power level is over.
yeah, and he goes,
3,000.
into it's like, what does this mean? Qui-Gon is like, I'm not sure.
Ugh, it was just so
So
awful.
this is the point where we're like,
This is a Dragon Ball Scouter.
but we don't know yet, Phil. We don't know about the power levels. We don't know what this means yet. Remember?
Oh, really?
They didn't explain. They didn't.
But
say
he said his midi-chlorian
Oh,
chart
did he say that?
count is off the charts. Higher than Master Yoda's.
Right. Yeah.
And
so
I
guess,
was
yeah, we
thinking,
could-
what is this? What?
Mhm.
What?
Mhm.
No, seriously, it was like just surprising because 4, 5, and 6, Force, the Force,
It's a spiritual thing.
Yeah,
It's
it-
out of the realm of the material, and on top of that, it acts more like a talent.
yeah,
Talents aren't measured in numbers. See what I'm saying?
yeah.
That's my opinion.
Binds the whole galaxy together.
Yeah, exactly. And that's how it goes. And this is turning into charts, into spreadsheet.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is bad.
No, because it's just like, what? So now we're counting. So he has a higher midichlorian count than Yoda. And so it's like, what does this mean? Because the whole prophetic thing with the
Yeah.
chosen
Yeah.
one. Anyway.
Meanwhile, Darth Maul lands on Tatooine, but this whole thing is ineffective to the nth degree because we completely forgot about Darth Maul.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we completely
Because we're
forgot.
just here doing business on races.
Oh, and the time's running out. And
Blood.
every minute that's being spent, one person on NaBOO dies.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
no,
what I'm saying.
No, it could be hundreds. Who knows? Because they said a lot of bad stuff happening. Never
Yeah.
seen this. Anyway.
And there's
Uh,
also the part where they're on the ship, Captain Panaka and the decoy, and Obi-Wan's there, and then Shakespeare guy
They're like,
comes back and he's like,
"Wanna order
our
some pizza?"
people are suffering. You must contact me.
Turn them off. No, they don't say that.
Send no response. Send no
trick.
response. Yeah.
It's a trick. Yeah, that's Obi-Wan.
Yes, it's a trick. I'm better at doing Ian McGregor, but I don't know why today I can't.
I hate flying. I can't do it.
Oh no, I'm not meant for flying.
Yeah, there you
There
go.
we go.
Where are we now? So now we're going to begin the race.
Yes.
Finally. Which is kind of like this huge block in the film, which is
Yeah.
the race.
And the music's great. Dun, 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 bum, bum, bum. And I liked when you see the opening shot of the race, the stadium, the
Yeah.
arena. looked so nice, and I love how this was all physical model. And I'm not saying this because physical models are better than CG.
No, we're not going into that stupid debate.
But I'm just saying that it's well done. It's really nice, and I do wish more people would do physical models because
a lot of these shots
you get a lot of stuff for free that's hard to simulate on a computer.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
true, and less work in a way. And so we're beginning the race, and this is the whole thing. I think before this, Qui-Gon does a bet with Watto again.
Oh, that's right. There's that. I forgot
for
about that.
Anakin's freedom.
Yeah,
Uses a
because the boy
third
is
time
his
he uses the
midichlorian
wave.
chart.
Yeah,
off the ranks.
exactly, and he has to do the line trick
Because
to
Sepulba always wins.
make the Chance cube.
Yeah, whatever.
Right, so he gets he's betting for Anakin's freedom.
Yeah,
now the race begins.
Yippee!
The race has nothing too much to talk about other than
it's long.
It's long.
In this case,
If you
we're
like
watching
races,
we're
it's
watching the
interesting.
Blu-ray version. They never released the original cinematic cut on DVD.
Yeah, I know. It's too bad.
So we have all these extra scenes for the DVD, and guess what? They're not HD.
I know. It's bad.
Oh, it was bad.
I know. And they re-edited it. Whatever. It's okay.
Garbage.
But anyway, the races. If
And
you
it's
like,
pretty good.
If you
Like,
like
if
race,
I
if
was
you like
thinking
races,
about
it's
watching it individually,
just
like
the race.
speaking. Yeah, it's pretty well done.
I think you can't say anything.
Might be
bad
one of the
about-
strongest parts in the film, out of context from the film.
I mean, it's
Because
well.
it's just going, vroom, and it looked real.
It's
There's
well
nothing that
paced,
looked bad.
well edited.
But the point was, it was really long because people are dying on NaBOO.
Let's race. No, but they have to race,
Right.
in order to get the
Yeah, I know.
parts. Yeah, I mean,
And Sepulba's a cheater.
Yeah, that's right. He cheats.
Ichida Bantha Pocho.
And Anakin, has to fix his power
He
couplings
chats
and so
Slimo.
forth. But he makes it finally,
Yeah.
and
Bum, bum, ba-dum,
he
bum.
finally makes the race. He never won a race before, by the way.
Oh, that's right.
But now
Not
he-
even finished?
And it's like, not even finished. And,
See, this is another problem because we keep forgetting these extra scenes because it's hard to connect them. You can't remember them other than being
the
bits
lines.
of information
Yeah,
from the
exactly.
dialogue.
That's how you miss so much information. But we tried this time.
We try.
to remember everything.
We try, Master. We try.
Yeah, so now they won. That means they got the parts. Yay! Everything is going great, and Anakin is proving himself
Or is it
Podo.
to feel, don't think.
Yeah,
And
use
so
your
on.
instincts, blah, blah, blah.
Yep. And so,
Oh, wait, no.
Anakin gives hope
No.
to those who
And
have none.
But before that, during the race, Padme has been complaining to
Oh yeah,
Qui-Gon.
yeah. Ah, yeah. This is the
And
one.
this was even before. And she was like, are you sure about this? Trusting our fate to a boy we hardly know? And he's like, the queen doesn't know. You know.
Don't go
Yeah, he's
tattletelling
like,
on me.
like the queen trusts my judgment and stuff like that. And he's also like, whatever the queen doesn't know won't hurt her.
Exactly.
Stuff like that. And then in this one scene, we noticed some clever bit of writing because I believe George Lucas was passionate about what he was writing, but it's just that he didn't have the right help and mindset to achieve.
Yeah, that's what it
this
seems
thing.
like.
But it feels like a first draft. Like
No, but there was a line.
yeah, there's this line where they're going up into the balcony to look at the race from above, as you remember, with Jar Jar, who is useless, and did he crash it? Remember?
No.
No. And Padme's again complaining to Qui-Gon. He's like, this is absurd, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
We can't have this. And then Qui-Gon goes, the queen trusts my judgment. You should too, right? Is that what he said?
Yeah, something like that. To that
And
effect.
then she says, you assume too much, right?
Which is the same line that the Nemoidians say
Yeah, Newt Gunray at the beginning.
directly to her at
Yes.
the beginning of the film, which I never noticed.
You
until now.
assume too much. And I liked that. I thought it was
It's
really
good.
clever.
Yeah, because it's like a flip. It's like she was in this
Yeah,
position,
yeah,
but
yeah.
now she's in
And
this
it's
position.
and it feels like, oh, you can see this would have been a good film, perhaps, maybe.
But there's a lot of those moments where you're like, like looking at the scene,
Yeah.
and you can feel what it's trying to do.
How is this possible?
Yeah, it's a good point.
Anyway, fast forward. He wins.
skip the race. Jump
I
and
love that.
dance,
I love
and
that
there's
cue though. I
there's
did it! Yay!
If you've never noticed, which I'm sure most of you probably have, there's a Warwick Davis cameo.
Bum, 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 bum. Well, he also plays a short Rhodian
I
guy.
know. Oh, he does. I didn't know that.
Bum, 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 bum,
Yep,
bum.
and there we go. And so now we're
Watto's
finished with
upset
this.
for some stupid reason. And
But
then,
would you like to discuss this with the Huts?
No, it's fine. Yeah, take whatever.
Take it. Right. And so he gets great.
and he's like,
awesome
dude,
stuff.
you're free. Annie,
Yeah.
little Annie, you're
Like,
free.
And
And they have to make some decisions here, with his
different
mom.
physical decisions. Yeah, like he has to go.
His mom can't go.
Nope. She couldn't save her. I tried to save her mother, but water wouldn't have it.
Yeah.
And he tells Anakin,
Even though it would have been really easy for them to come back with a load of money.
But it's okay. I mean,
Whatever.
It's true though. But for this scene, it's supposed
Yeah,
to
yeah,
be
yeah,
building
yeah,
the conflict.
yeah.
And so he tells Anakin, "This is a big decision, Anakin.
Yeah, because you want to be a Jedi Knight. We forgot that he
hard
mentioned he
life.
wanted to be a Jedi Knight and free the slaves and blah blah blah.
Yeah, Anakin.
Delusions of grandeur.
No, he tells Anakin it's a hard life, even if he succeeds.
Yeah.
Gotta make a true decision. Anakin takes approximately 3 seconds and goes, "But I want to go."
Right.
But no, I'm sure Anakin thought about this most of the time.
Well, he's 8 years old, so
I know, but he
whatever.
thought about it.
Okay.
And yeah, he's like,
let's hear
"See
Anakin guy."
C3PO. No one
I
cares
like
about
that
you."
because it was interesting because the camera was different. It was the point of view of
That was pretty good,
C3PO.
Yeah, pretty good.
And I like how Anakin says bye to him because that's what a kid would do.
Bye.
Yeah.
Onwards.
Yeah.
It's so true though. Yes. So now I like this scene right after this is when he talks to his mother.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like this probably was the most emotional scene in the film.
Yeah.
I'm serious. I'm
Guess
really
so.
serious. I mean, I feel
It's
like
like I can't do it.
because it sets up the
Yeah.
his path
And the
now.
music.
The music. And you go,
dun,
wow,
dun.
like this is a serious moment for Anakin. He probably won't see his mom again. I mean, at this point, we don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I feel like the conversation is good, and I
We
feel
have to
like,
get to Coruscant, Jacob.
wait. And so this is an emotional part in the film, and I felt
NaBOO.
I felt it worked.
People
I
in
felt
the
it
Naboo are
worked.
dying.
Especially when he has to turn around
Oh,
that
there
last
goes
time.
Grandma Nuncha.
Yep. Especially when he turns around that last time.
And her
she's
husband,
like, don't
Convo.
look back. You know.
Yeah, you're right. No, you're right. I liked it.
yeah.
It was good.
And he goes.
The
"It's
only
quiet
problem
now."
is that it wasn't holding up anything for
But that's the whole
Yeah,
thing we're
okay,
talking about.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
saying individually,
right.
I liked it. Anyway, keep going. What does that set up to the screensaver? Every 15 minutes or what? 10 minutes?
20.
20.
No,
Anyway.
no, 15. Yeah, you're right.
And so they finally go, and this is where it kind of kickstarts.
Yeah, because there's a deleted
Luckily-
scene. Remember?
Oh, what was the deleted scene?
Darth Maul dispatches his little spy droids.
Mm-hmm.
Blah, 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
And he dispatches them early on in the movie, when he lands on Tatooine, right? And they're supposed to create some kind of tension. They didn't.
No, I didn't know they were there.
There's only like 2 shots of them running around. in the
Yeah, I remember
distance.
the intro shots, but I forgot about that.
But then there's this one deleted scene that they didn't keep in the movie where Qui-Gon and Anakin are just kind of casually walking.
Yeah, I know.
And then one of them, is like sort of just following them closely. And Qui-Gon just goes and cuts him in half.
Like butter.
And then Anakin's like, "Whoa, Qui-Gon, sir. That's amazing. What is it?" "I don't know. Let's get out of here."
Was that in the DVD?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they start running. But in this one,
Just running.
it's just,
Yeah.
we go in peace. Whoop, wipe cut, and they're jogging. And it's like Qui-Gon's already giving him some Jedi training.
Like, come on, Anakin.
Start early. Come on.
Get a start
Yeah.
from your colleagues.
And then he's like, "Qui-Gon, sir, wait, I'm tired." And then, a droid relays information to Darth Maul, and he's like, "I'm on it." And he's going.
Right, that's a
with his
given.
awesome bike. And he's
Finally.
like, "Anakin, drop!" And then Darth Maul's right there, right behind him. He was going to kill Anakin just because he didn't care. 'Cause
No, he's brutal. Darth
he's an
Maul.
extreme.
Dude, he's crazy.
If only he had like metal music playing, just like what we made him do in our dub, remember? A long time ago.
Yeah. No, he's pure evil.
And
Doesn't
he
care.
attacks Qui-Gon. What was that music again?
So this is the second lightsaber battle, I believe.
No, there's no lightsaber battle.
Yeah, there is. Qui-Gon and Darth Maul.
This
Yeah,
is the
lightsaber
first
battle.
one.
Oh, you're right. Between actually 2 different lightsabers.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I meant
But this is
laser.
supposed to be also a monumental part in the movie because no one knows about the Sith.
Yeah,
and so
yeah.
Qui-Gon's reaction should have been like, "What?"
Oh, yeah. Because
They should have had a scene where they stop and they're like crisscrossing lightsabers. He goes,
Your crystals are red.
your questions are pink.
Who are you?
okay. So anyway,
Funny.
Darth Maul. And then,
No. The Sith were extinct for years.
We're back.
At last, without revenge.
Yeah. Forgot to mention that scene.
Oh, you skipped that?
It's really difficult sometimes.
It's hard.
The bad guy scene.
a hard life. Yeah.
He's like, "Tatooine is sparsely populated." Yeah, it doesn't matter. The gist is basically he's just gonna go and yeah, thanks. I'll have
Yeah.
Snickers.
Anyway, so Obi-Wan again. No, Obi-Wan's good in this one. Obi-Wan's good.
No, he's like,
cool.
before that, he's like, "I'm."
Oh, yes.
Never mind. Let's just finish this. Let's get to Coruscant.
Listen, Obi-Wan's like, have you picked up another pathetic life form?
Yeah, jerk.
Seriously, man? You're going to talk about a kid like that? And Qui-Gon's like, disapproving.
practicing his Western John Wayne
That's right.
voice.
What is he saying?
Oh, some unfinished business to do, or something like that.
To
He
get
was just
done.
what?
To get done.
Yeah. He's making
Weird.
a little Western sound.
Anyway, so he meets. They're back on the ship, and Anakin meets.
I'll put that clip at the end of this movie.
You should. Yeah, you should. You'll put some clips
no.
there. He meets a little nice interaction there. I agree with you. Were saying kind of like friendly. Like this is Obi-Wan.
Yeah, Obi-Wan meet Anakin Skywalker, and Anakin's, you're a Jedi too? Pleased to meet you. And I like that because that's what a kid would do.
Yeah, and plus it's like natural.
And they finally get to Coruscant.
Well, no, we missed Space is Cold stuff with Anakin and Padme.
Oh, Space is Cold.
Which, let's
Anakin,
talk about
Padme.
Anakin and Padme really quick.
All right, go for
because you were mentioning this earlier, and I think that's a good point, is that Padme and Anakin's relationship, they play it off like later on in that scene where he's saying Space is Cold, and he's talking to Padme.
This is Space is Cold, and the next one, Sand is Bad.
It's chorus.
Yeah.
And they play it off like they had a really good time in Tatooine, getting to know each other, right? But the problem is that really didn't happen.
No, there's 3 scenes.
Yeah, and so what happens is like, to remember me by, have this little thing I made,
Yeah,
and it's like, Anakin, I will always
I killed
be in your
one
heart.
of those giant dinosaurs and took their tusks.
Yeah, and discard this. And she's like, Anakin, I'll always remember you, and something like that, right? Fine, but we're not
right?
feeling that. Yeah, we're not feeling it because we didn't get any
Like
actual scenes of them talking and some interaction. It's like, oh, you built this droid,
Yeah,
like
no,
cool. Let's talk about
so much
droids.
there could have been so much potential.
And it would be great also if we had Padme kind of looking out for Anakin.
That's what I was thinking the same thing.
Because that would have been like, then they formed kind of like this relationship where it's
yeah.
like she's looking out, she likes the kid, he's
Yeah,
a cool
yeah.
kid, and it's like Anakin, thinks she's cool as well.
Anakin's starting to have a crush.
Sure, whatever. Yeah, it's fine. And then, but that didn't really happen.
No.
So what happened is they have this little talk, and then they go and Jar Jar
D14
does
hyperdrive.
some shenanigans and talking about
Jabba the Hutt.
suffering.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
It's okay. Finally,
Did
we're
we,
at
did, we
Coruscant.
didn't mention Ben Quadranero, your favorite,
Yeah, I like him. He's cool.
pod
No, I like his
racer.
pod.
and the Tuskens.
The Tuskens.
I love the
Oh,
Tuskens.
Tuskens.
Okay, go.
Finally, Coruscant.
Wait, Rick Oli has to.
Tell us.
Coruscant. The entire planet is one big city.
Thanks, Rick. Anyway, there they are waiting
There's
for
a
us.
landing platform, and there's.
There's Palpatine waiting for us.
Uh-huh.
There's a Chancellor. Landing. Landed. Yeah, so they talk and stuff like that.
And Chancellor Valorum's there, played by Zod.
Mm-hmm.
Forget his name all the time.
And we get some more midichlorian talk, which again is just, Qui-Gon Qui-Gon completely explains this prequel approach to the Force, which is in the prequels.
Whoa, man, you just skipped so much.
What? Where'd it go?
He's talking to the Chancellor, Valorum.
Nothing important.
Zod.
Nothing
Kneel
important.
before Valorum.
Nothing important. He puts it like this. The situation has become much more complicated.
Yeah.
Which could mean anything.
All right,
You could've
sure.
said,
Yeah,
Bad guys
you're
are
right, you're right.
attacking. We need help now.
Yeah.
I'm Qui-Gon Jinn and I demand
By the way,
to speak
remember
with
that
the
countdown?
council.
Remember that countdown clock? Forget it. No one cares
No.
anymore. By
Everyone's
this
lost
time, 2/3 of the population of NaBOO is already being slaughtered.
Probably. If not 90%. Anyway, so then Qui-Gon talks about his view of the Force. Now, it's the canon view in the prequels, which is with the Force.
But they go inside the toaster machine,
Before that.
toaster speeder.
Before that. No?
What does he talk about?
The Force. Remember he's talking about how it's biological.
What, at night? It's
When
daytime.
does this scene happen? The Force scene I'm talking
when
about.
they're about to leave.
Fine. I'll leave that for
Let's
later.
just get through Tatooine. I mean, Coruscant. Where are we? I don't remember.
They go in the toaster and they fly away.
They definitely go into the toaster.
Fly away.
Yeah,
Time to talk to the council.
the Jedi Council.
We're also jerks.
Bunch of jerks.
Sitting around. It feels like they've been the council has been in operation for thousands of years
Yeah.
now. And like the Jedi's like, if you have a
They're
position
so used to
if
it.
you have a position in the Jedi Council, you are set for life.
and they're so used to nothing happening.
Exactly. And they're sitting around, they can say whatever they want.
Yeah.
And it's like, you should be lucky if you make it up to our position. It's like
Seeing me,
Mace
Samuel,
Windu is gonna judge
Mace Windu,
everything
Jedi
you say.
Bendu,
Oh,
extraordinaire.
my friend Yoda here, we've been here for years. What do you want, Qui-Gon? Qui-Gon again? And Qui-Gon's like,
Oh yeah, that guy.
yeah, he's annoying. I wish we could have the legal ability to, to out him of our council.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
can't, because they're a system.
Actually, that's funny because that is some of the personality traits that you kind of start to get with Qui-Gon.
Yeah, but I like that.
That's
'Cause
great.
Qui-Gon is like, you're seeing he's doing the right thing,
Yeah.
but he's budging with the system,
Yeah.
and the system isn't the important thing. Anyways, and Mace Windu is like, they're talking about the boy.
Yeah, and he's like, you think the boy is the prophet? Oh, the prophecy.
Right,
Here
right.
we go.
You think this boy prophecy? Because we've heard about this prophecy for thousands of years. And Qui-Gon's like, yeah, we should quiz him. They're like, okay.
Okay,
Leave.
we'll do the kindergarten quiz. But before that, he also says, attack
Oh,
me.
yeah.
Crazy. Dude with a red lightsaber has makeup like Kiss, but just with red.
Wow.
And
I don't
Yoda's
remember the discussion of the attacker. What they say?
It's at the beginning.
Oh.
We'll find this attacker. Are you sure it's a...
Okay, Mace Windu is so doubtful of everyone. If you could skip to episode 2 and 3, he's talking to Anakin. He's like, "Are you sure?" That's the guy.
A Sith? Lord?
Yeah.
But then Ki-Adi-Mundi's there with his huge cone head, and he says, "The Sith have been extinct for a millennia."
Yeah.
And then Yoda's like, I'm
Ki-Adi-Mundi is doubting Thomas.
Useless.
Yeah.
and it's CG Yoda in our
Yeah,
version.
CG Yoda. Do you want to say anything about that or no?
No, but I know that if I were watching this for the first time, I'm seeing Yoda for the first time.
You'd be like, wow, totally different.
Yeah, I just don't know what he's doing here.
You're just annoyed.
Yeah,
he's annoyed. And then quiz Anakin.
Well, before that, we
Okay,
have the Queen talking to Palpatine, who is the senator.
Yes.
Good old hearty, neighborly senator.
I don't do politics. Yeah, so the whole deal is that
I'm not brave enough for politics.
the whole deal is that
She's trying to,
he's manipulating Padme.
but we're not supposed to know that, are we?
pick it up pretty.
That is Darth Sidious.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that we pick up these. He's
Palpatine's
kind of getting
behind it
he's
all.
getting his way here. Like, we don't know exactly.
Yeah, but
like,
it feels like that.
yeah, I'm like, he's trying to manipulate her. He's changing. He's like suggesting things. He's saying, "Look at these guys. They're bureaucrats. They're terrible." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Implying I'm the best guy.
Yeah.
Listen to me. You know what I mean?
Because so we can get Valorum
Yeah.
out of the seat because he's sitting on his butt doing nothing,
Yep.
and they're gonna
Like,
politics. What is
he's
this doing in Star Wars?
He's saying Valorum is not going to help Padme.
Yeah,
Even though he says he
because the
will-
people are
he won't.
dying, Senator.
Yeah. And so Palpatine's entire idea is just like, don't listen to them. They want to help us. We should vote.
Palpatine.
We should vote for me.
Well, he didn't say me
He didn't
yet.
say he's implying we should vote. What was it called? A vote of no confidence.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that means that the main guy who's in charge of this whole Senate will go out, and then Palpatine could be up for election.
Old Palps.
Old
Yeah.
Palpy. He can be up for
They
election.
reveal his first name.
Did they? What is it?
I forgot. They revealed it a month ago or 2 months ago.
Rick.
Rick Palps.
Rick Palps.
Rick Palpatine.
And so then that happens, and the Queen kind of states her case. It's not working. There's a bunch of ETs.
Yeah, he
Also
teased,
in,
and then there's a sleeping alien
Yeah, that's right. From Star Wars Jedi 2.
from Menace. Yeah,
Okay, that happens, right? Politics happens.
yeah.
And what happened? Sorry. And then
We have to see his name. Let's see. Sheev.
Sheev.
Mr. Sheev.
Sheev, it's great
What
to see
is
you.
it?
Okay, that's over with. She does the vote of confidence.
Yes.
So she's listening to him. She's
Yes.
like, oh, what should I do? I don't
Yeah,
know.
right. Because she's a poor queen. She doesn't know.
She just wants to help her planet. And so,
The planet that everybody's been neglecting.
exactly, the planet of 10 people. And so, after that happens, what happens after that?
Well, in between this, Anakin is being tested by the Jedi.
Yes, the testing.
Jedi Council with their little Pokedex or whatever
Yep.
they're doing. A ship, a cup, a speeder.
You know what it's like? I imagine before they pulled it out, they're like, we need to test the boy. And it's like, where's that Pokedex thing? And it's like,
And they're looking
looking
for it.
around because like they haven't done this for years. And he's looking around. He's like, Keanu,
I don't know.
Monday, can you send up a person to bring it up? And it's like,
Yeah.
calls a person up, and it's like,
and
looking
Anakin's
for
waiting
it.
there, and they're just like,
yeah. Half an hour later,
and
it's like,
Yoda's just sitting there.
half an hour. It's like, we need a permit to test you, and it's like, send in the permit. It's like, half an hour later, they call up and make a few more calls. We want.
Anakin's still standing there.
Finally, he's like, all right, we got the thing.
Okay, you ready for this?
Yeah. All right, just do your
Ready,
best.
are you?
Do your best, kid. Do your best. And he's like, a cup, a speeder.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. He's like,
And
wow,
he
it's
goes-
9 out of 10. Good job.
Okay, and he's like,
He's like, you're pretty
and
good.
And then Yoda's like,
I sense much fear in you.
Yeah. This is the interesting thing, though, is that they were right, though. the
again, they're
council.
trying to like build up something.
The
Inside Anakin, something's
I'm not doing
Yeah,
anything great.
So the build up.
Something's growing.
I can't do it.
So the problem is, should they train? Should he be trained? Should he not be? The council. Is
Yeah,
saying
Qui-Gon's
these
talking to
things.
Obi-Wan. This horrible effects shot.
Ooh, yeah, that was
Fan
bad.
film quality
That was
shot.
bad. That was bad. What are they talking about?
A balcony. I don't remember.
The council.
Just don't defy the council again.
He's like, Obi-Wan, you will learn one day.
Yeah,
The council does know everything.
And then so at night, beautiful night council.
Yes.
And he's like, shall the boy be trained? No, too old. When do you start training? Like as a
Apparently when you're like 6,
As
I
an
think.
infant? As a Jedi
he's like
fetus?
8, so 2 years for the council is way too old.
yeah.
you
Oh
know?
no.
No. 6 is the age. No, Qui-Gon.
Dark side. Fear is in his blood.
And Qui-Gon's like, I will train him.
Yeah. I'll train him. And then he's like,
An apprentice you have?
and then Obi-Wan's like, I'm ready to face the trials.
Yep. And the trials, I
Yeah.
always thought
You
were
thought the good trials.
facing the world.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
I'll
Trials were.
face the trials of being a Jedi.
Exactly. That's what I thought.
I will face it.
But there was
And
also
then-
another thing I thought maybe.
I thought it was the Jedi trials. Like it was like American Gladiator.
That's what I thought too. No. Yeah. I didn't think that. I thought there was another side. Which one is it? I don't know.
Yeah.
Next up, Obi-Wan.
Yeah. He comes in with his like sumo wrestling, like the
Yeah, the trial suit.
yeah. With just like a loincloth.
Yep. In a stick instead of a lightsaber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trials.
Obi-Wan, you scored a 87% Jedi Master. We grant you the rank. And Obi-Wan, yes.
All right.
You know, I think the trials are
Yeah.
generally being Jedi.
And then so Mace Windy, just he's
Yeah.
bored. I think he's just lazy.
I'm telling you, man.
They're all lazy. They don't want to train
No.
Anakin because they're just
They're
lazy.
like too old.
Nope. Nah, just
Anyway,
take him away.
And then he's like, and then the funny thing is, they're like, they actually the ones who say we have more pressing issues. So let's do that.
Amazing.
Where were you guys? Couldn't you have said the first thing? Like, we'll talk about the boy later.
Yeah.
Attack her. This is a threat.
Yeah.
And instead, it's just
And that's why you should go with the Queen because they're gonna elect a new
there's a
senator,
whole
a
evening,
new
like a whole
chancellor.
evening spent on Anakin,
Yeah.
right? And it's like too old.
Well, they had to look for the Pokedex thing,
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Take a while. And so then after that, they're like pressing
and
issues.
she's like, gonna say, and then Anakin goes to say goodbye to the Queen,
Yep.
and then that's the actual Queen. That's actual. Yeah.
Yes, it was
Yes.
Padme, but
Yeah.
she didn't know, and
Haha, it goes with you. Okay, bye.
he's like, oh.
Wee.
All right, what's after this? We're close.
Well then the Queen is like, what should I do? How can I do this? You know.
Yeah.
A chancellor's being elected, but she's talking to Jar Jar. This is where Jar Jar's usefulness comes in.
That's right, Jar Jar.
He's like, what am I gonna
this
do?
is the culture talk.
Yeah, and he's like, we are warriors.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
you have pretty
Well,
interesting.
no, yeah.
Pretty
Jar
interesting.
Jar is saying, Misa thinking you don't like us because we have an army.
Yeah.
I think that's right. And she's like, no, I need. Yeah, no, he gives it the idea
Yeah.
so they could help
Mm-hmm.
Padme.
Jar Jar
his race.
it's his fault. This entire thing.
Why?
Well, in the second one, emergency powers to.
Well, in the second one, but
Okay.
before this, before the corruption of the
Jar Jar
Senate
will
got,
hard it all.
got to him before
Yeah.
the corruption. Of
Yeah.
the Senate. And yeah, she's like, I should do that. She
And
doesn't say
then Panaka comes in, who we have not talked about too much, but that's okay because he's so annoying.
that. Panaka?
He's negative.
Oh yeah, Panaka's negative. He's always
That's
just,
against. This storm will slow them down.
Panaka, old Panaka,
And he's like, oh look,
Panera Bread.
Bail Antilles of Alderaan and Malistaire guy.
Oh yeah, he's so happy about this. I don't know why he's loving this. He's like,
Because the new chancellor, because that means the chancellor, if Palpatine gets elected, he will be
higher pay.
no, but maybe, but he
I'm
will,
joking. I'm joking.
but he will help them with the
Yeah, he'll
NaBOO
with the
thing.
NaBOO situation. I know.
But then she's like, "Don't worry, I'm going by myself, taking action in my own
He's like,
hands.
don't go. You'll
Yeah,
go.
be safe. They'll kill you. Well, this movie's called Star
No, my
Wars.
fate will
Better
be the
start
same with
warring."
my peoples. All the people.
And the
look at
Jedi,
me.
and the Jedi go with her because they want to find out the identity of the attacker, and
Yep.
so that will lead the attacker to them.
Okay, attacker is Darth Maul.
Mm-hmm.
We know this.
Oh yeah, there was one scene at night at NaBOO where Newt Gunray has his walking chair.
Take him away.
Yes.
He's like, "Oh, people are dying.
Take him away.
Let them out of hell. What do you want to say about the chair?
Nothing."
Just interesting.
Yeah, that's just one scene where where the movie's trying to
Make the threat.
make it feel like people are dying.
I don't know why. I mean,
I don't either, Jacob.
couldn't they just show like a battle going on or something? Like, not necessarily saying something bad, but to show like, look, there's conflict.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now where are we at?
Well, now they're getting ready to board and get out of there.
That's right. Now comes the Metachlorian talk.
Yes.
Metachlorian, is that what it is?
Metachlorian.
Sounds like chlorine. MIDI, like a
Yes.
MIDI keyboard.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, so this Qui-Gon is talking about the Force, how it's
Yeah,
biological.
and Anakin's like, what are midichlorians?
He's like, these are cells inside the cells.
They live in your cells.
So he's saying the metachlorians create life. So I suppose metachlorians are in everybody's cells.
Yes.
Everyone has the potential to be
Yeah.
a Jedi,
Or whatever.
but I guess they're not turned on for everyone
I don't
to
even
be.
know.
You know what I'm saying? Because I think that if you're, because metachlorian counts make a huge difference.
Yeah.
Anakin's metachlorian count apparently gives him his Jedi powers. Anyway, don't like the idea. I like the original Star Wars spiritual element. Right.
As does everybody.
He explains, yeah, as is everybody. He explains this, and
Except George.
he loves it. He loves the MIDI.
Yeah.
And they go on board.
And Jar Jar's like, we're going home.
Yeah, he's happy.
He's a happy camper.
Happy Gunga.
Happy Gungu.
Gungu.
The Gungas. So they're getting out of CorOOOSkant.
Yep, out of CorOOOSkant, straight into
NaBOO.
NaBOO.
I forget what happens.
I know. Now it's time for flashing LEDs.
What?
Flashing LEDs, right?
No.
Not yet?
No. They have to talk. They have to get the Gungas.
Okay, so I'm trying to think what the shot is after they
These
land.
rumored underwater villages.
Do you think they go all the way directly ready to Boss Nass?
Yes.
Okay, so they go to Boss Nass.
They go to the swamp, and then Jar Jar's like, they're no there. They're not there.
Where are they?
Look, they're not there, right? They're just gone.
Where are they?
Look, there ain't no Gungans no more.
Gungas?
Gungus. There ain't no Gungus.
Gungoos.
So we got to get. I can lead you to the forest where they have all the Gungans in there.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Cool.
What accent is this?
I don't know. I think it's like a...
They have all of them in there. Just follow me.
Maybe it's almost like Tony.
Is it Philadelphia? Is
don't know.
it Brooklyn? Is it Bronx?
Email at Lord Film.
Yeah. First time I ever tried it, so I don't even know.
Sounds interesting.
All right, so
Can we skip this? This is kind of a boring
okay,
scene.
so the Gungus get persuaded,
Yes,
to
thank you.
join.
That's so perfect.
and Brian Blessed is just there. He's like, "Ah, we should be friends, right?"
Yes.
And we see Keira Knightley.
Me said like
Yeah, there's nothing.
Nothing.
Just like she's like,
extraordinary.
"Please help us," and he's like, "Oh."
Yep.
And the Gungans are on their side,
Exactly. And now,
and they're planning. And there's this little ADR moment that you liked.
Yes, yeah. So in some films, I think we'll probably find more of this later when more movies are released in 4K, 50K,
Yeah.
whatever, is that you sometimes see when people are far away and for editorial purposes, circumstantial purposes, they have to overdub the person's
They do
dialogue.
that very often, and then
Yeah.
you'd be surprised
Well-
how often they would do it.
Yeah, so like a great example would be someone in a car, and the car is like far away.
Yeah.
But you see the actor in
Yeah,
there.
it's
and
like
he's saying something,
zoomed
but they
in.
had to replace it with something else because he didn't say it in
Yeah.
the car. And on television, on SD, it looks great. Never's gonna notice it. But in HD, you can actually tell.
You were looking at him.
So
and
that
all
was one of those shots where Padme is saying something, and her
lips
lips are moving, and
Yeah.
she's saying something else. But it's funny. I like those things.
Yeah.
Now they're all friends. And what's his name? Boss Nass is like 100% backing up
Yeah.
the.
Out of nowhere.
It's okay. I think because it's like he's like that's his nature. Like
Sure.
he's happy.
And then Qui-Gon, there you go, Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon, blue screened in, talking to each
Ah,
other
yes, the moment.
in the field. And Qui-Gon's like, you're a wiser man than I am. And better.
It was great having you as a Padawan.
And then I just went, oh, he's going to die.
See, I never catch those, but it's true.
It's so true.
It's
In
true.
every movie.
So now we
And it's blue
established.
screened in.
Yeah.
Great.
Anyway, they come up with a plan.
Yeah. Jar Jar
Not
becomes
important.
general for no reason.
Yeah, that's silly. But they come up with a plan. The plan is basically just to go to war
Yeah.
against these.
We
trade federation.
get our pilots on our slick yellow
Yeah.
NaBOO fighters, get the Gungus to fight the droids,
Mhm.
and then they will go as an infiltration mission to take the Viceroy out in the palace.
Yeah, let's see. Well, yeah, it wasn't clear to me. So they go up.
And
they have to go up
To George's credit, I think that's really cool. They have all these different fights going on.
different scenes. No, I was gonna say, what was the plan then? To go up to the top,
Yeah, just to take out the Viceroy.
take him out, as in kill him,
No, just like
put him on arrest or something
Yeah,
like that. Okay. Okay. Anyway, they go do that.
and
the war begins. So now we have
the NaBOO
four-
fighters are going up there to take out the control
so
room, the control ship.
We're setting up 4 different, or is it 3?
5.
5. Wow.
Well, let's see.
it starts with 3, I think. It starts with the
The
battle
Gungus.
of the Gungus and the butter droids,
Yeah,
and then the second is the
the space fight.
starfighters.
Yeah.
At the
Taking out the
Jedi
control room.
control room. And the third is no. Sorry, that's the controller. The third is the spice.
The spice.
The spice miners
Spice miners?
flying their yellow ships to.
That was the taking out the control room.
Okay, I thought I confused it with the control room where the life story is. The third one is going up with the queen to take out.
Yes.
So that's 3.
Which turns into 4 because
it turns into 4 because then we have.
then bum bum.
So you said 5. What's the 5th?
I messed up.
4. Yeah. So
Pum pum.
we have all these 4 different things going on.
Bum.
Let's start with the battle. The battle.
Bum bum bum. How does it start? Now you can go with your flashy lights.
Yeah. Okay. So they do some flashy lights. That's it. And they have to go and organize themselves to go up the thing. And they use these awesome rope guns.
But you noticed we noticed again how casually the movie just transitions to this fight.
It's too bad, really.
No tension
because it
again.
feels like there's so much potential because it's a huge War and Peace battle.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be giant, and there's supposed to be a lot of casualties, and it's supposed to be epic.
But miraculously, there's one scene where there is some tension where the Gungu's army stops. They put the force field on. They're waiting.
Yeah.
Vum, 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 vum. And out from the Windows
Again.
XP hill, there come the droids.
Yep.
And it takes a while for these droids to open up. Dun, 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 dun. And they all rise up at once. And it's like, activate the droids from the control ship.
Yeah.
Bum, ba-da-dum. And there's this great rack focus shot where it's going from the background to the foreground. And all these droid heads come up.
Mm-hmm.
Great CG, great shot. And I think the way the approach was handled is great.
Yeah, the build-up, I mean, there is a build-up there.
Yeah. Dun,
Literally.
dun, 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 and then it had to be destroyed by that captain going, ouch time.
But then after that, it goes kind of into the droids come in, and then the battle starts.
Yeah.
And that's the first. Nothing too much to say. There's just a lot of battling.
Yeah, there's a lot of battling going on. It's crisscrossing between.
Yeah, and then the second is the
wait,
control.
well, Jacob.
What?
Stay there.
We're leaving that for last.
Okay.
We're going next to the control room.
Yeah. And they start by going.
Of course, yeah.
They start by going there, and then Anakin's there.
Yeah. He's like,
who brought? Why did they bring Anakin with them?
where are you gonna put Anakin?
In that
It's a
camp.
war. It's wartime.
What's he gonna do?
Where are we gonna put him?
In the camp where they were staying at.
Too dangerous.
Fine.
Come with us. Danger zone.
Yeah.
You know, he tells him to stay somewhere, which Anakin
stay in the
interprets
cockpit.
to stay in the cockpit.
Yeah.
And what happens then?
Well, then they walk up to the big gate, and then bum 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 bum.
And everyone goes, Darth Maul.
Yeah. And then everybody starts shooting on him.
And he's dead. Darth
No,
Maul is
no.
defeated.
Wouldn't work. It wouldn't work because Darth Maul would run away.
It would work, I think.
Darth Maul would run away. The first shot's fired, he would be like, "Oh crap, I'm getting out of
everyone
here."
instantly.
He would deflect it with the Force.
No, because then Qui-Gon could use opposite force while he's using it.
No,
If everyone immediately took out their guns, like,
but they
bad
didn't
guy.
know Darth Maul was there.
But when the doors open, they're like, "Oh, bad guy."
Mm,
Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan could throw their lightsabers.
no,
Why not?
because they would be like, "No, don't shoot."
Don't shoot. Don't. No.
No.
Forget it.
Okay, I'll forget it. It's
Okay,
stupid
I think
anyway.
it's true. I think it probably wouldn't.
They're just like, "Who's this guy?" And they're like, "We'll handle
They would.
this."
The problem is they wouldn't know who
Yes.
that guy is. Yeah. But if they did, they would kill him. So.
But Darth Maul would dodge a few of them and run off. Use the Force speed.
20 shots fired at once.
They wouldn't fire at once. One of them would just go, and then Darth Maul would be like,
if they knew,
and then he would just
if
walk,
they knew, they
go
would
away.
say, if Darth Maul appears, everyone shoot instantly.
Okay,
That's
well,
the plan.
if that happened, fine.
That's what I'm saying. That's the plan.
But we didn't know.
But
No
if
one
they
knew
did
nothing.
know,
Well, then Darth Maul wouldn't have done this.
Darth Maul doesn't know the plans of the
Whatever.
whole building.
What? Okay, fine.
Darth Maul's negative force. The dark side does not guide you in the proper places.
Whatever. Okay, let's
Okay.
just. The lightsaber fight starts, and that's everybody's favorite scene, and it was great, and it was well choreographed, and I don't know why everybody. There's this video circling around with this Microsoft Sam voice
I haven't seen it, but I
talking
think I
about
know.
how, oh yeah, all the lightsaber fighting is stupid and dumb because you can always see the blades trying to aim at the other blade instead of at the person's head. You know what? You make a point, but the other point is it's a spectacle. You're supposed to be watching fun lightsaber fight, and it doesn't look like that. Maybe a few of those shots do, but then again,
I mean, it's choreographed.
yeah.
But I
Think
don't
about
know,
the
I don't
fact
think
they
you can
probably
escape
have
that so
heightened
much.
senses, and they
that's a
already
good
are
point,
trying
yeah.
to dodge what the other guy's dodging, so they have different things. At least It's not the one from episode 3 where they start twirling like idiots.
Yeah. No, I don't see it. I don't see a problem.
And it's great, and it looks cool, and it's visually interesting because there's this dark guy against these two lighter guys.
And no one's talking. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
It's just gotta do it. Gotta fight.
And it's you see everything good. Dun, 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 and then the duel of the fates.
Yeah, that's a big duel. And then we have that's that. The Anakin.
And then so all this stuff happens, and Anakin's going in. He's like,
goes in the pilot. We have a lot of Anakin going.
"Oops, whoa!
Turn on
Now
the
this
automatic pilot."
is pod racing." Podcasting. Well, yeah, this is podcasting.
There we go. Okay, automatic pilot.
I can't. It's hard to comment on the battle.
I know
because the battle happens.
Yeah, but Anakin inadvertently.
Yeah, and he. And,
saves
okay.
everyone.
So let's say basically after some spectacular shots of miniatures and CG, GG, CG stuff, which looks great.
Yeah,
which is great. Anakin ends up inside the ship.
How long is the movie?
2 hours 11.
And we had a 5-minute intro, so we can almost do it.
We had a 20-minute intro.
We did. Oh, so we have a lot of time. Let's go.
Anakin finds himself inside the Federation control ship.
That's right.
And the funny thing is, just like The Matrix, this is a movie that went all the way out and then went back to the beginning.
Yeah,
that's right. Back at the beginning.
Yeah, that's cool.
Interesting. So Anakin's like, it's overheated. And of course, Anakin's acting makes everything feel like, it's okay.
Yeah,
especially since the droids were introduced as being idiots. Yeah. Oh no.
Come on, we got to the good stuff. So that he destroys what good stuff? He destroys the thing.
Yeah.
And
they get the decoys here to help Padme get the Viceroy.
Yeah, we were talking about that. That's right. So they go up to the top.
And you said they should have rolled because...
They should have rolled, yeah. Why not?
That's okay. The droidicas do it for them.
Okay. So it's a bit of a trade-off. Yeah, they
get cornered. They get put into the Theed Palace, which they could have done at the beginning. They could just be like, we give up. Take us to the palace.
Who knows where they're taking them.
Right.
So they go up. They do that. Blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
She pulls out this treaty. She's like, sign this treaty. No.
And then so Newt Gunray's here, and he's got like, now we can sign your treaty again.
Oh, yeah. They captured the good guys.
Yeah. And then Keira Knightley comes in, and she's like, if you like pain, try wearing a corset. Yeah. And that one's a decoy.
Get the super powerful guns.
And then they take the super powerful green guns.
Oh, yes. No, it's chrome guns. They shoot green blasters.
Yeah, they shoot green blasters.
Super powerful.
Yeah.
Look at them.
Twin
punch.
ion. I don't know what they're
awesome.
The turbo lasers.
Yes. That's probably the same technology.
Turbo lasers. Yeah. And they get Newt Gunray, so that's good. One victory.
Nice.
In the meantime,
Gungas.
Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan are fighting. It's awesome.
It's pretty difficult.
What do you mean?
I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say it's awesome. It's pretty difficult for them.
Well, it's difficult,
for them.
Yeah.
Characters.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's cool.
I'm sorry. I can't bring myself to say, you can see how the lightsabers swings are swinging.
For me, it's not a problem. I don't see it. It's not that much different from Keanu Reeves battling.
Agent Smith.
Or a bunch of kung fu choreography.
That's right. That's true.
Same thing.
Yep.
So that battle's going on. Towards the end of that, we have the...
No. Well, let's just get to the part where the shields come in.
Well, let's finish. Can you finish then, Anakin? He saves the Gungas. Or is it later?
It's later, but it doesn't matter, honestly.
Yeah, he saves the Gungas.
Yeah.
Because he
destroys accidentally...
destroys the control system.
Even though they could have made him an intelligent boy, and at the beginning of this fight, he would be looking at a blueprint of the control ship, and then they're like, Anakin, what are you doing? You're not supposed to be here. You're not supposed to be in this war. Yes, I should be.
He's like,
and then he stows away inside one of the ships, and not the ships, the speeders. And then when they get to the hull, to the place with all the spaceships, Anakin, what are you doing here? No, I want to be there. No, you just stay here. Darth Maul's there. Oh, and then Anakin sees an empty ship, goes inside the NaBOO starship. He knows how to pilot it, of course, right?
Yeah, that's actually.
And he goes and is like, I got to do this myself. And he looks at it. And he remembers where this control, because he was looking at.
If we take that control, he'll turn off the droids.
Yeah, and so no one else believes him, and then all these people are trying to communicate with him, the NaBOO fighters.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
With Rick Oley. Ha ha. there's the ship.
Going in.
Yep.
Yeah. That's not
I think
bad,
that would have been
actually.
better
That
instead of
would've
just,
been
this is not good.
Big boom.
Yeah. So he manages to get out with C-3PO's, with R2-D2's help. And, woo, bum, 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 ba-da-da. Yeah. I think these pilots were so cool,
Dude.
and they had personalities.
And only 5 seconds of screen time.
Yeah.
Sad.
And the CG characters and the pilots.
They should make a movie together.
The actual characters just, master.
Yes.
All right. So battle for NaBOO's
So yeah,
sovereignty.
the battle's done. You know, like
The droids are...
the droids
The
are-
battle droids were broken.
The Jedi might.
Well, now it comes here. So during the duel with Darth Maul, yeah, and then this music comes in. This
Yeah, so they have these lasers, these laser beams.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, laser walls.
which I don't understand how they couldn't just use the Force to make it push back.
Those are anti-force shields.
They have anti-midichlorian, shadow
Yes,
midichlorians.
that's right. They cooked it up in the lab.
Ah, yes.
Anti-midichlorians. Yeah, and so they're waiting. Obi-Wan, I don't know why he didn't use the Force
I
One
like-
to go faster,
Yeah, I know.
but oh well.
And I like how Qui-Gon's just sitting there and Darth Maul's walking around like a tiger.
Well, two different.
Yeah, it's cool. That was some of the
Sides,
good stuff
dark
that they
light.
put in, yeah.
Yeah.
And it opens up. And Obi-Wan's stupid and he didn't want to... He's a jerk all around. Entire
One in the
movie.
Force run. Didn't
Yeah.
wanna-
So he's stuck in the last compartment with
Yeah.
the force field, which will open up momentarily. But while that happens, he has to look on and see if Qui-Gon can fight double-bladed lightsaber Darth Maul. And then we
That's
have
right.
this music that goes, this like really thin kind of, it's that metallic sound. It's the water,
Yeah, I forgot what it's called.
the
water twisty.
water pipe, the water string, the water.
I know, it's the thing goes.
Yeah, but it's just one single sort of frosted, sort of like metallic
Flake?
and it goes.
This is a moment where you can tell when you're watching it, you're like, something bad is going to happen.
Yeah, it's great.
So at this point, you know, Qui-Gon gets killed.
Yeah.
And Obi-Wan is completely, you know,
he's got
all the rage goes out of Obi-Wan where he sees it and he's like, it's both
and
his
Darth Maul's just
tragedy and
laughing.
rage
He's
at the same
smiling.
time.
Darth Maul's smiling.
Well, Darth Maul is pure evil.
Yep.
All the rage and all the tragedy at the same time.
Yep.
Master died. He has to kill Darth Maul. That's
Yep.
all he wants to do. He just wants to kill Darth Maul.
Yep.
And so that's that scene right there.
Mm-hmm.
Opens up super fast battle.
Yeah,
after
it's
that.
really good. Even though you can see sometimes Darth Maul's just putting his lightsaber blade up there, and then Obi-Wan just hits it 3 times.
Really? I missed that one.
But it's okay. It's honestly fine. It doesn't detract. It's just for people who are
it's
nitpickers.
jujitsu.
Yeah.
Tip, 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 tip.
And he cuts his lightsaber in half and stuff. He's
Yeah.
trying to keep his rage kept up because he's supposed to be a Jedi, but he can't help it.
No, he can't.
And then he falls over. He falls into the tube.
And Darth Maul just starts taunting him with a stupid
Yeah,
spark.
which, what could have he done otherwise?
He could have thrown half of his lightsaber down.
Or he could have
sliced
taken
Obi-Wan.
Qui-Gon's lightsaber. He's like, I don't want
Jedi
to touch
scum
this Jedi filth.
lightsaber.
Yeah.
Now he's just taunting him, blah, blah,
Or he
blah.
could have taken Qui-Gon's body and
Oh,
thrown
man.
it on Obi-Wan, and Obi-Wan will, both of them fall down.
That'd be so bad. So bad.
Anyway, Obi-Wan
and
does the
luckily
trick,
didn't do
and this is a huge cop-out because Darth Maul could have left him there and ran away. He could have been in episode 2. Because then Obi-Wan would
Yeah,
have something
I guess.
to fight against. He sees Darth Maul again. He killed my master. Dun, 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 dun.
And last I'll have revenge.
Yeah, well, it should have happened. That's
Well,
one of
it
the
didn't,
biggest
so.
problems. Well, it doesn't matter. Anyway, Darth Maul
Kills
gets
him. Darth
cut
Maul's
in half,
blood made
cut
out
in
of
half.
smoke.
Yeah. Ooh, that's his evil, what are they called?
Spirit.
No, the calor. midichlorians coming out.
Oh yeah, the corrupted midichlorians.
Oh, and he falls down. And there's
So maybe out there Darth Maul is good again. He's just repaired because evil
Jacob,
midichlorians are out.
haven't you seen
Yeah,
Clone
I know.
Wars? Okay, yeah, he comes back with a robotic. Yeah.
They're not taking midichlorians seriously.
No, but Obi-Wan comes in. He has his green lightsaber, which you should have had in episode 2. Would have been great.
I know, it would have been really good. I don't know why I didn't do that. Because it would have been like part of remembering his master.
Yep. And he would have a green lightsaber in episode 2. Why not? Yeah. And then eventually make his own new blue lightsaber.
Sure,
again.
but
so
green.
he goes there. He's like, "You must train the boy. He is the chosen one."
No, master.
No. Train him.
That's right. That was my thing.
Train him.
Like right before he dies, it's like,
train him. Yeah.
And Obi-Wan is just.
Yeah, he'll never forget that one. Yeah. And
then he goes to Obi-Wan. He goes to Anakin. I have to train you.
Yeah. Okay, so now we go to the conclusion, which is wrapping up the fact that then the good guys
wrapped up.
The good guys come in from
Wrapped in a
CorOOOSkant.
sandwich.
The good guys come in from CorOOOSkant.
Which guy's from CorOOOSkant?
Palpatine comes in from CorOOOSkant. With Rick McCallum.
What is it with the
yes.
And Ben Burt. And they're like, good, we have successfully, told the Senate that these guys were doing bad things.
They were doing naughty things.
They were doing naughty things.
They
and
were
then
told to
he's
get out.
looking at Anakin. He's like, we'll watch your career with great interest.
Yeah.
Foreshadowing.
That guy.
Yeah. And then,
We missed
what did we miss?
Qui-Gon's funeral.
It's coming now. Because there's one other scene with Yoda. No. That's afterwards, is it?
Go on.
Confer on you. The
Oh,
Jedi
yeah,
Council
yeah,
does. Taking this boy as your Padawan learner, I do not.
Qui-Gon believed in him. I believe in Qui-Gon.
I gave Qui-Gon my word.
I remember it well.
Remember well.
Train him!
You hear that go.
Fine.
Says Yoda. What else? What else is there? Like they're just like trade franchise guys. Get out of here, right? You can kiss your trade franchise goodbye.
That's the line they used.
And what else? I think that's all concluded.
No,
then,
the funeral.
And the Goongoos are happy. Woohoo!
That's right.
The battle droids are broken.
Battle droids are broken.
There's this scene. Remember we watched this deleted scene. Rick Oley's back, and he's like,
No.
"Who's in the pilot seat?" Oops! And there is like Anakin.
Really?
Yeah, we watched it.
I don't remember that.
Episode 1. We'll watch it after this. It's hilarious.
It's not very good.
It's cheesy. That's why it's out.
Yeah.
Even though most of the movie, I mean, yeah. Okay, so anyway, all we have left is the funeral.
That's right. And so, serious.
Qui-Gon's getting char grilled,
That's right.
but
And-
for some reason he didn't disappear like all the other, like
I think
Yoda did.
There's a very
And Obi-Wan.
I've never figured out the complicated
Yeah,
world
it's-
behind
it's- yeah, I don't
spirits,
even know.
spirit world. I don't know how it works.
Midichlorians just didn't do what Darth Maul's did.
Midichlorians.
Yeah.
They weren't developed enough. To
And we
transcend.
have Obi-Wan saying, "I promise to train you. You'll be a Jedi Knight." So it kind of feels like Obi-Wan redeemed himself from being a jerk,
Yeah, I'd say so.
but it doesn't come through because the movie isn't well made. And spoiler there. And Mace Windu's there,
the Jedi Bendu.
the Jedi Bendu, talking
Yeah,
to
what was that?
talking
There was
to
something
Yoda.
funny about that. That was like they're sitting there like, oh yeah, it was like they were quoting like
Always true
ancient
they are.
legends, and it's like,
No more, no less.
Sith was destroyed.
yes,
Who
who was destroyed?
the master or the apprentice?
Mm.
And then they both should have just like
With the
scratched their chin at the same
Like
time.
it fades.
No, and it cuts to the close up of Ian McDiarmid's profile with his nose.
Oh yes, of course.
To make the similarity that he's the Dark Lord.
In case you didn't guess it.
And the Jedi are idiots. So
Yes.
major idiots.
Oh, remember they thought so many years.
yeah. Sitting on their butts.
Yeah.
And then best. That music is so good because it's Palpatine's theme.
Okay, let's do it. Ready? So this Palpatine's theme is.
And it's even in episode 1.
That's right. And then the new theme, and the happy theme.
Ba, ba,
Yep.
da,
So here we have Obi-Wan is here, looking at Obi-Wan, looking at Anakin.
They're imitating episode 7, episode 4, with the
yeah,
metal
I
scene.
never know that.
Da,
Yeah.
da, and then the people are here. They came out of nowhere.
The caves. They were hiding on the ground.
We should have seen the people.
The people. I know.
Even in the Hobbit movies, we saw people.
I know. And then we see Anakin has a new suit,
And a haircut.
little haircut.
Looks like a mini
going on.
Obi-Wan.
And so Padme smiles at him.
And there's Keira Knightley in the background without makeup.
Oh yeah.
And Yoda's
Boss
there
Yoda.
with weird eye patch guy.
Yep.
And in
See
the
where's
original
the
one,
world.
Yoda had a smile on his face.
But this one,
The puppet
no,
Yoda.
This one.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's because it's foreshadowing that something's wrong here, which it is because the music is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you might have won the battle, but you're starting to lose the war. The Star Wars.
The Gungas are friends with Bosnos.
Yeah, well, that's the kind of the conclusion.
Silver
there. It's
lining.
like peace.
Silver lining.
And R2's there. C-3PO isn't though. He's in Tatooine.
That's right.
And it's all good in the hood, and that's the end of the movie.
And that's it. And he goes.
And at the end, what did I feel? For Star Wars, I was like, oh, that was so fun. What a fun adventure. And for this one, that was kind of weird.
Similar note.
Had to
similar
say.
note, I think he was kind of like, interesting.
Yeah.
Because it was a little different watching it now, trying to pay
Trying
attention
to pretend that
everything.
you just watched 1, 2, 4, 5, and 6. And
Yeah, but I mean, for what it is, a Star Wars prequel continuing just before the Star Wars tradition, it feels like there's things that were trying to work, and I think there was elements that were just like, yeah, I get it. You know, there's a lot of those scenes where like it's working, maybe. And
it's
then
working!
it's working! And it just didn't work. There's a lot of that stuff.
I hope we explained some of the problems that this movie has.
Maybe we did, yeah.
Execution-wise, very much, I would say.
Yeah, and I think one thing that I caught myself noticing is that I noticed where we were in the film. You know, that's not necessarily the best sign because usually when the film gets you involved, you're not even thinking about
Like Star Wars did.
where we are, what's going on. You're just thinking, oh man, this character has
Yeah.
to do this. It's like, oh, what's going to happen? You listen to the dialogue, and here it's just kind of like,
What if we had a Han Solo character?
Here it's like taking notes while you're listening. It's like,
Yeah, you have to. What if you had a Han Solo character
In the film?
episode?
you mean with everyone
One.
else being like how they were?
Yeah.
Well, it'd be the same
That'd
as
be hilarious.
It'd be the same like
What's
the CG
this?
characters.
Yeah. No, but it'd be like Han Solo guy would be like, "What's going on here? Train this guy."
No, it's the same thing. Like Jar Jar Binks talking about his life stories.
Right,
Remember? He's like
yeah.
talking, being animated, and suddenly, and here Anakin, Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan are thinking,
Yes, Master. Yes.
Force will guide us.
Yeah. And I think the beginning of Star Wars was very minimal. It started with just the 2 droids going into the desert, and it expanded from there. This movie instantly, boom, politics, taxation, trade routes. This politician of blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And then Darth Sidious is blah blah, and then we must warn the NaBOO blah blah blah. So it's just in episode 1. So it just doesn't work. So I have to say, it's not as bad as people say it is, but whatever everybody doesn't like about it, justified.
The consensus, I just don't like that. It seems people over exaggerate.
They do
the badness.
Yes,
Like,
they do.
Star Wars Episode 1 compared to there's so much stuff out there. It's just awful. It's stupid. You know, I think Star Wars Episode 1 would probably be leaning towards kind of an average film.
But it's only average because, like, really, if you thought about it not being Star Wars, it wouldn't even be average.
No, unfortunately,
It would be bad.
If you weren't connected to Star Wars, it would be
Bad.
Yeah, because you wouldn't care at all about the.
Yeah,
what they're
but then
talking about.
people would be going, "Oh, I can see the plot probably making sense,"
If it wasn't Star Wars,
but it just didn't work.
either way you slice it, the plot's the same.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that there are hints at
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But
Good
that, I
things.
think that's what I'm giving you credit.
Yeah.
Is that stuff.
Yeah.
But everything else, and especially if you compare it to the Star Wars 4, 5, 6,
Like
it's
when you
just
compare it to
difficult.
the,
You can't.
yeah.
It's hard. You can't compare it.
Yeah. So that was Star Wars Episode 1.
That was it.
Bum bum ba-da-dum, bum bum ba-da-dum.
Bum,
There's
bum, bum.
that. But
What's next? Episode
music's
5?
great. Yeah. Good movie.
Should be good.
Han,
Should be good.
Chewie. Oh, they're all back.
In HD.
Yeah. The Harmony Despecialized Edition.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know when this is going to happen, but we're trying to stretch
out.
this out for the entire year.
Well, you can always record it and then save it.
True.
In the old pod banks.
It's just so great. I'm just remembering episode 5, and it's so cool. It's like,
man.
C-3PO's like, "Sir, I just did it." And Han just muffles him and is like, "No, you go there. We have to find Luke."
Coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And get the coffee. So, but the music was good.
Oh, yeah.
Episode 1.
Oh, yeah.
What was that? What was Anakin's theme?
The music hands down. No, there's nothing.
And
You
it's
can't say
great
anything
because
bad
at the end
music.
of Anakin's theme, everybody knows this. So good.
Hint. There's a hint there. Yeah, it's great. Yep.
Everybody was. Couldn't we said everything, right? We said everything. We're done.
Single
What is
thing,
it? Almost
but
2
when you-
a.m.
When you press stop,
almost
we'll
2
be like,
a.m.
I forgot to say this.
Yeah, I
That's
know.
what you're gonna say. Not me.
But that
But
was
Phil.
I hope you guys enjoyed this.
I hope you enjoyed it.
Maybe we shed some light into
Yeah, maybe we did.
like what the Star Wars Episode 1.
We hope you agree. If you
isn't
don't
bad
agree,
for the
write
reasons you
in
might have
why you
thought it
don't
was.
agree, huh?
Isn't as bad for the reasons you might have thought
Yeah.
they were bad.
That's about it, I think.
Like, oh, Jar Jar's annoying. No, he's just useless and he's obnoxious.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
but his involvement had nothing to do with how not well done the movie was,
Exactly.
right? Because it said itself doomsday
or again-
clocks.
or again you
never
have-
paid attention to them. They didn't
Or
matter.
again, you have, let's say, dialogue which technically works. There's some pieces of dialogue that really work for the film, but
Yeah.
then it's just how it's delivered,
yeah,
the timing,
and
the
pacing of
interaction
most
between
of
the
things.
characters. Those
How
things
scenes transitions from
hinder it.
one
And you're
to
like,
the other. Yeah,
But you get it. You're like, oh, that's a good line.
Yeah.
But then it's not working.
yeah.
That kind of stuff is, I think, part of the problem. Anyway, if you don't agree or if you have your own opinion, write in.
Yeah.
We would like to hear your correspondence.
Oh, I wanted to say, I almost forgot. Compared to HAL 9000, aka our friend,
Oh yes, Kirk Sheldon.
yes,
Oh yeah. Comparing the episode 1 between
Yes,
the
yes.
edits. What was it called? The Crustacean Nation. No,
No.
it's called.
the Sneaking Fear.
No, it was episode 1. The Looming Storm. That's the second
The
one.
Gathering Clouds.
The second one. The
Oh,
second. No, listen. I got this. The second one is the approaching storm. That's the second one.
yeah.
Third one is the Labyrinth of Evil, something like that.
Remember the
first
Kaldus?
one is.
Shadows of the Sith.
What is something like?
No,
Like C, like something like that. Like
I'm checking.
Cloak of Deception.
Cloak of Deception.
Okay, compared to that one.
I have to say, that one, better hands down.
Yeah. No, yeah, definitely. Because
The one that Kirk Sheldon did.
It kind of cleans up the
Cleans up.
loose ends. It stitches it nicer together. The story is clear.
Yeah.
That's the thing. You don't have to follow it.
And
you can just watch it.
The emphasis is different because, I remember I was very focused on Qui-Gon's talk about slavery and whatever on the dinner table.
Yeah.
And because Jar Jar wasn't interrupting.
Yeah, that kind of stuff.
But
see?
the thing was, I was focused on that discussion, whereas I was watching episode 1 and I wasn't actually focusing on his talking.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying it's more difficult in the original edit to pay attention. With the Cloak of Deception.
Yeah.
You can watch it like any other movie, and
Mhm.
you'll get. And
But-
definitely, the emphasis is more serious in Cloak of Deception. which I
Yeah, but
think lends
otherwise,
itself to the tone, probably the tone one it's
but
achieved.
otherwise, episode 1 has so much nostalgic value.
Oh, absolutely.
Because in 1999, $20 million budget for marketing
that's completely-
went
that's completely
went
set-
a long way.
That's completely separate from the actual.
No, of course, but that's why
movie.
I'm here at the end, just mentioning it to close it
I
off.
totally agree. Episode 1.
Star Wars Episode 1 Racer, and
everything.
all that stuff, and the VHS that came out in April
the
2000.
toys, the VHS, and that lens flare on the lightsaber that was never fixed on the DVD cover of Obi-Wan.
And now I'm gonna have to link that.
Link that up, and it's just so good times. It was great.
And I think the
The
visual
party
design,
plates. I mean, come on, like it was
Yeah.
everywhere. Star Wars Episode 1.
the Windows
It was
XP
awesome.
hills with the droids. I love NaBOO. I would live in NaBOO.
Yeah.
I think that's the one place in the Star Wars galaxy that I would
Mm-hmm.
choose to live in. Second one being Tatooine. No, I'm just kidding. Not
It would be
Tatooine.
funny if it's like, I'd love to live in Mustafar and Hoth.
Yeah, perfect.
The worst places.
And well, that's it.
Yeah, I think
now
that's about
this is podcasting. Woo!
It's the boy who's responsible for getting us these parts. Get this hyperdrive generator installed.
Corrupted data.